find out.
Are we live?
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Good evening.
Right on. 5-5 No Limit Hold'em. Welcome to Stones Live. It's good. Wow.
Guys, he's here.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm Jake Rosensteel. This is Justin Kelly, aka Train.
We are doing it.
Awesome. Veronica, usual cliche stripper pole accident, whatever. She's on with us tonight.
It happens all the
Don't
time.
worry. Upgrade.
Bonus.
Awesome. 5-5 No One Hold'em. A couple new characters we haven't seen playing their game yet. Some regular grinders haven't had an opportunity to get in the stream. They're in the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing Brandon playing. It's going to be a really good game. Tony Yuke's in the house, and a couple other usual faces. We just had on Saturday was our first Stone Survivor Series game.
Yes.
Yeah, we had David Tuckman and Lon McCarran in the booth.
Rad. Absolutely rad.
How cool are we, right? Like,
Yeah,
Stones
it
Live.
was so cool. I was like, wow, we're watching like super professional stuff right now.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. And Veronica.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how she got in the mix, but
Like,
accidents
God.
happen.
Like, it's gonna slip through the cracks. What are you gonna do? Awesome. Yeah, so for those of you who want to get in on the Stone Survivor Series, you can either get in one of three ways. Either one by playing cash hours here at Stones. If you're one of the first, I think, 3 or 4 players to get to 25 hours for the week, not even that many hours, you can lock up your seat in the that Saturday's cash game. This week will be 2-5. No limit. Other way you can get through is by winning one of our daily tournaments here. So I think the Saturday tournament.
The Saturday tournament, yeah.
And then is it one of the others, or is it just the Saturday tournament?
I'm not sure. I got close in the Saturday tournament, but I did not finish.
Get down here, crush the tournament. Get a seat in. And then the other way you can get through is by submitting a bio. Tell us a little bit about yourselves, paragraph or two, what you do, why you're gonna be good for the stream, why you're gonna be good for the game.
Yeah.
And bios are due Wednesday at noon. So if you want a chance to get into the game, get voted on, put yourself into a one-table sit and go, get into the main event on a free roll.
On a free roll. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be playing poker anyway, so why not play here and then have a chance to win a free $10,000 seat? That's amazing.
For serious, super serial.
Yeah, for super serial.
Yeah. Wednesday at noon, get your bios in and get in the game. 2-5 this Saturday. I think, am I commentating that game? Are you commentating? I don't know who this is.
This Saturday, no, I think you are.
Am I talking about Poker Saturday?
I was like, do you know? If you don't know, that's my favorite
I don't
part.
know. I'll ask Justin. It's going to be good. I think we're ready to get down to the tables here. Let's take a look at our lineup. Who do we got in seat 1?
Start out with Dominic, who's sitting at 600 right now. Right now, some stacks are just starting to build up here in the 5-5 game. We got Sean over there in seat 2.
We all know Sean.
Yep, definitely a regular. Then we have Chris in seat 3.
Chris is MIA right now. He'll come back around.
He's come back. He's sitting at 1250, and then Brandon at right about 1,000 there in seat 4.
Excited to see Brandon. Brandon's one of our regulars. It's so funny. I was talking to Brandon before the stream, and he usually, he dresses it up pretty well here. And then the first time he's actually going to be on the stream, he goes hat and jersey.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Just so, I'm feeling comfortable and natural.
Yoda's back in seat 5. Love Yoda. Yoda was a blast last game. He's sitting around 900.
And then we're gonna have, looks like we got Tony over there in seat 6, sitting at 800.
Tony Uke.
And then followed up by MH next to him.
Matt Holtzclaw, I believe.
Yes, sitting at about 1,000.
No, that's not Matty. That's not Holtzclaw. MH. I know him. God, I'm drawing a blank. Well, he's going by MH, so that's MH, I guess.
Yeah, new face in the stream.
Yeah.
We got Rick in seat 8 with 975. And then capping it off, we have Anthony, another regular here, in seat 9 with 1175.
MH. This is another one of the spots where it's super embarrassing. I know his real name, and I'm just gonna draw.
Maybe he's purposely not giving you his real name. He's in the witness protection program, so we're just sticking with MH.
Yeah, I guess it's just so bad. But he's a regular here. He's a grinder.
It's gonna be rad. Now, speaking of which, here looks like we're already getting some action.
I need to get more of the table better.
5-5 No Limit Hold'em. Table stakes as usual. Button is in seat 8 on Rick.
I don't know if the guys would like that. 3 players.
3-way action. Queen 9-3. All hearts.
All hearts. Nobody likes to see that. Nobody's really comfortable with their hand. Nobody has a heart. The best hand right now is going to be Sean with a pair of 9s.
He bets it out, takes down the pot. So on our first Survivor Series game, we saw Jake, Big Jake.
Yeah.
Better Jake, as people like to always remind me.
Better Jake, so brutal.
He's got like a better period. He's like just out to here.
Well, I mean, if I was the Incredible Hulk, like, I guess if there's going to be somebody who's better, I guess that's okay,
Seriously. And yeah, he got voted through, so he's our first player that will be in that's locked up a seat in the single table sit and go to free roll us into the main event. Good,
And I'll
good
tell you
for
what,
Jay.
even if you don't tune in regularly, that's the one you want to tune in for. That end
Yeah.
of that Survivor Series, because you got 9 characters that are just going at it.
And it's first place only. It's
Yeah.
winner take all. There's no point. You can't move up a money ladder. You gotta ship the whole thing.
Play for the guns, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna
Going
be
for it.
crazy action in that game.
I'm out about that $20. It doesn't take very
Yeah,
long.
looks like you got Anthony puts in a raise here to $20 with a little Jack 9.
It's almost like
Sean's thinking about it.
not a flim stuck in there. It's like,
Yeah, I agree. I was not allergic to steel and concrete, but everything
A
else.
couple of friends in the chat box. They had Rick and Barstow, Watt Ride, Plastica.
Walkright, who was also on our Survivor stream on Saturday.
Made a nasty, nasty call of King High.
Yeah,
Yeah, good call, Watt Ride.
that's right. I saw that. That was wicked.
The crusher.
Live 15.
Toshin, welcome to the chat box. Poker Pro Eric, always fun to see you.
I feel for you guys, man.
Vive323,
Sometimes you're
welcome, welcome, welcome.
hard to read.
Now have that problem. Have what they call. Hot
Yoda's going to
tub
open up the action here and makes it 15 to go with a 9-10 of clubs.
Oh, I don't have panic attacks.
I've had a panic attack before. 64 feet.
And Sean is definitely going to be part of this here.
Sean calls out a small blind, King Queen off.
James Watson, I knew somebody had ace and that was close to
Heads up.
panic.
The Hammer, welcome to the chat box.
That threw in my respirator.
That's awesome. The Hammer.
The hammer.
Hit 3
Right, 9-10, 6-9, King Queen.
Went totally nuts.
So Sean, actually, I'm sorry, Sean put in a 3-bet to 45. Yoda makes a call.
Ooh, here's a fun one. Yoda flops open-ended.
And Sean's just got, he was the pre-flop aggressor.
He may be your dealer. She's my girlfriend.
He's going to try to talk his way through this one first.
You're
How you
Popular.
like that? How you like that?
Now, what is Sean chewing on here? Is this a regular thing for him? He always
I've
has
never seen it.
like a little drink straw.
What is that, like a lollipop, a drink straw, chewing pen cap chew?
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, does that open you up for reads? Maybe if you're bluffing or you're strong, and maybe you
People
stop,
suddenly
you stop
stop
chewing,
chewing, stop doing
right?
something
I mean,
like that.
it's you know, it could possibly be a little tell indicator there.
that would probably make a lot of people happy.
Or it can be used as a short-range artillery.
A small weapon in the event I need. All right, so it looks like a bet and a call.
Good turn card for Yoda. Yoda adds a flush draw to go along with his opening to straight draw. He's got no pair, but he's still got 41% equity here on the turn.
And he's got position, which is great, because Sean's just firing out right into him. So he's basically thinking, do I just call and get more cash? Do I raise it up here? I mean, if he knew Sean had air, he just calls. He just flats here.
Well, you still have no showdown value though for Yoda. I think this is a good spot to raise. He's gonna just call. He doesn't think he can get Sean off of an overpair right now. If he knew Sean had King Queen, yeah, he might think otherwise.
Yeah, framed a picture.
Oh, wow, misses
Hearts,
everything.
hearts get there though.
Okay, yeah, no, seriously bluff potential here.
I was like, that's awesome.
If Sean checks this, Yoda, you gotta bet. 505 in the pot. 250 to 300.
Yeah, and he is. He's reaching. He's grabbing chips. You know, and that's one of those scenarios where you feel like you're almost solo-rolling them, right? You have so many outs, half the deck, 13 outs, you open-ended, flush draw, and you just miss everything. So, you know what? You got to play it like you hit it anyway.
Well, and it's a great spot for Yoda to be in position there, especially with the hearts on board. He can.
And a 4-card straight, too.
Yeah.
And a 4-card straight. I mean, there's really nothing that Sean can call with there unless he's got a monster.
Yoda takes to the bet and gets Sean off the best hand.
Find a new dealer, Sean.
Yoda had a tough time go. He had a rough go of it last time on the stream. He couldn't get anything really to hook up. The last time he was on the stream was his first time on the stream. I really felt bad for the guy. He's like, God, he went for it too. He was really trying to push some people around, and just nothing worked out. So happy to see Yoda get off a little bit better start.
Well, even then, it's not like that hand worked out for him. He had to make it work out for him. You know? I mean,
He's not running any better, but he's playing better for sure.
exactly. You know what? He's like, if you guys aren't going to make this easy on me, then I'm just going to do it myself.
I want to say hi to Annette. Annette Teresa in the chat box. What's going on, Annette? California.
And you know, I've multiple people have asked me like, oh yeah, let me check out the streaming thing. So I show them an example, and the example I always show them is that one crazy hand where me and you were commentating, and it was just Azan flopping the bottom set of deuces against Brian's absolute straight nut, dude, and then the 2 over flush draws there with Anthony. I had one of them.
Just crazy
Yeah,
action.
it was super action.
Tony.
Give a little shout out to Val, one of our other commentators, who had a deep run in the main in the deep stacks event.
How'd she end up in that?
12. It's like a heartbreaker.
Oh wow, but she got 12 right on.
Yeah, 12 out of a 400 player field. Yeah, ran good, played well.
Super solid.
Just so you guys
Kind of
know,
caught a cooler flop.
Yeah.
And yeah, she flopped and a shorty jammed for, I think blinds were like 15,000, 30,000. Shorty shoves for 35,000. It's only cost you 5K to call. She has the 9 deuce off, and the flop comes 9 high.
Yeah.
And she gets it in against the small blind who had a better 9.
Oh, better
It's just like
kick
gross. It's
no
like
move.
oh my god. She wasn't trying to get in with 9 deuce, but like the flop was there and it happened, and she was short. And, but yeah, good run for Val.
5 and 5.
So Sean, I think right here, if the graphics are right, I think Sean actually pumped it to 45 or 50 and got deuces to lay down. If those graphics are right.
What does Sean have?
Jack 5.
And there's Sean for you.
Yeah, right.
It's like people say, you know, that he's nitty and that he doesn't play a lot of hands, but then you see him in these spots where it seems like it's almost like these premeditated bluffs where he's like, I'm just gonna find this like junky card, I don't care, or hand,
it doesn't matter.
I don't care what it is, and eat it.
Just do it.
Tony, 5 on button. 4 favor. Huh? I like this. She did like her.
Rick's in a tough spot tonight. He's got Anthony on his left. Anthony's super aggressive.
Yeah, I definitely would rather be on the other side of Anthony, for sure.
For sure.
I think it'd just be a good money-saving tactic by itself.
Three players. Two after me,
King 7.
Yes, sir.
Can't see Sean's hand.
15 is the best.
Rick's got a pair of 7s. Backdoor hearts for what it's worth.
2
Yeah.
players.
Oh, here we go. And Sean has diamonds, actually. He's got a flush draw. Ooh, that's going to shut down diamond draw real quick, though.
Another king on the turn.
$15.
Spade falls on the river. Rick can't get any value out of Sean.
I can shot 7.
Show the 7.
Half a 7 hand.
Oh, you want service?
Look at the stack size
Service,
there.
please! Table 11!
Real quick, too, guys, on top of the Survivor Series, we also have this Hydra Series coming up, which is going to be a blast. Actually, May 20th through the 29th.
Pretty sure
There's
the kitchen
several
hurt me.
different starting days. It's a real economical buy-in. $200 buy-in for 100,000 guaranteed. I mean,
100K guaranteed,
lots
yeah.
of great value there.
6 flights. That's a monster.
Yeah,
He'd like to
that's
be
going to be
served.
pretty rad. And as usual, if you final table that, you will be on this live stream.
Awesome.
So you can't go wrong with that.
Lots of fun.
Oh, here we go. Rick's waking up with a bit of a hand here.
5 on button. Thank you.
They charge for it?
And Sean's in a position where you don't want to be when you have the pocket pair tied with an under.
Curry. Me.
So I think we're going to see a raise here from Rick. He's going to take it up.
Rick makes it 30 to go out of the small blind. Big raise. He's going to draw Sean in.
Nice, Sean.
Yes, sir. 2 players.
All right, yeah, Sean in. All right, so let's see if we can get some action on that flop. Ooh, that ace is going to shut down a lot of this action. And bets it, follow through with the kings, and you're good. Rick's going to take it down.
I'm not crazy about that bet there, just because if Sean's got an ace, he's not folding.
No, he's Sean's check calling, check raising, something there. He's not.
And I think if you're betting there, you're only getting worse hands to fold, kind of the opposite of what I think. I think Rick's probably definitely better off checking that card. I mean, we all don't want to, always act scared and completely shut it down every time there's an overcard to our pocket pair, but I think it's specifically, I mean, when you have kings and an ace flop there, and you lead out there, only you're going to accomplish is get better hands to call and worse hands to fold.
We call that the bet and pray, the bet and hope. Bet and hope he doesn't have an ace, please.
So they can read it.
There really wasn't much of a draw on that you could have called
They have to
with.
slap you around and call you stupid. Raise, so bet it's 20. And then, keep on.
Tony makes a raise here, opens up to 20 with a jack 8 of clubs. Sean had just limped in the queen jack of diamonds under the gun. Kind of interesting.
Of course.
He'll make the call.
I win this pot.
Dominic defends big blind as well, 9-10.
Maybe some fun little drawing hands, some suited connectors. This could be, oh, that flop. I don't know. King 5-5. Everybody misses. Nobody likes it. Sean actually with the best hand here currently with queen high.
30's better. Right?
Oh, I think we're still together.
And Tony's gonna fire out 30.
He's hitting on Raquel.
Yeah, no.
Take down the pot.
And speaking of what Sean did right there, it's pretty funny. Whenever a player picks up their hand and looks at it,
Yeah.
that's almost never I'm gonna call or I'm gonna raise, right? I mean, if you pick up your hand, you look at it. If I'm the player looking at,
It's like the most
watching that,
relieving thing.
I'm like,
Like,
yes.
oh my God.
Especially if you're bluffing, you're like, he's gone. It worked. He's out of here.
When we
I'm gonna do that sometimes, just to get their heart rate.
Yeah.
I'll get like, god damn, I guess like I'm all in.
Oh my god,
I'll break someone's heart
Sorry, that was good.
brutal.
just for cruelty.
Now you know why.
Yeah, I know. Funny shit to pull in. Raise, so bet it's
Tony
30.
waking up here with a hand, ace king. And he's going to put in a small raise here to 30, 35, something like that. 30.
They're still on.
I say it's a small raise because I know that this game is about to get a lot bigger. As the night progresses and as the stacks, I mean, you're going to get a lot more money on this table.
They will. 6 hex, big raise.
That's how the game's going.
Annette, Teresa says sorry about the king shake. Oh, Annette.
yes,
we were.
This was there. I was
oh my
there.
God,
I was there. Story time.
So the other night we're playing.
Chinese beer.
Myself, Train, Veronica was in the
Veronica.
game. Annette, a couple of
Azan.
a couple of the Beach Boys were all in the game as well.
Oh, yeah. No.
It was a good game. Everyone's sitting pretty deep, and I lay down King's pre-flop
You got like
correctly.
5
My
And he actually takes photographic evidence first. He snaps a picture, lays it down correctly, and
then a king gets there.
yeah, against aces. So I mean, he makes perfect layout, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of players can
And,
count that
yeah.
on 1 or 2 hands when they
Player, I had 3 bets, another player 4 bet, and there was a 5 bet shove. I lay down the kings, and it's all in aces versus 8s, and there's a king right on the river, and I go.
Oh.
And by the way, there was 4 diamonds on the flop and 8s. 8 scoop it.
Yeah, I think it did. Eights win.
Board was paired, so I would have filled up, so I would have won the whole thing. But
Going with aces and get beat by everybody apparently.
yeah, I got a lot of guff about that for folding kings. It was correct though. He had aces. What am I gonna do?
No.
3 for 3 lifetime.
Anthony here, head on the flop, just squeaked the 1 over out against pocket 7s. Hit the 8. Let's see how this progresses. Bet 35 call.
Are you on the PLO game?
4 on the turn here. It's on MH first.
You're on PLO. 65 is next. I forgot
Gonna
about
fire it out.
I don't like this. Wow, it works.
MH likes it. He likes it a lot.
Wow, barrels.
that. Alright, B.
Was it king a3? There's no draw there. I mean,
I was gonna say, so Anthony just has to assume he has a king and just say, I'm out of here. I'm not dedicating any more money essentially to this spot.
You don't want people on the live stream to see you eat. Or fall for that matter.
Vive asked if or Vive323 asked if the table is pretty nitty. There's some characters on this table that should stir up some action.
Yeah, that was the very first hand. The messed up hand was the very first hand. I was like, you guys
Hold
can,
it.
you guys can just not see that hand.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to get some of these guys, to see some of these guys just get caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Absolutely.
Just shipping it on a stone cold bluff, and somebody else making just an average mediocre calling hand and doesn't.
But it's 25.
You know.
Rick makes it 25 to go. Ace king suited.
Sean's got a fun little ace 3 suited here too, enough to get in there with him. Brandon's got what I affectionately call aces snappers. I've seen 10 Jack do a lot of damage to some good hands before.
How the lineup is.
Brandon's a defender. 8-7-4, 2 clubs, misses everybody.
Still kind of liking Brandon's hand.
Brandon's got a gut shot to
Might have
straight.
yellow, that'll bring it in.
Rick checks back, and Brandon's got to smell blood here.
So checks around. Now this is going to be a fun card because it it opens up huge bluffing potential. Completes everything that nobody has.
I love Brandon betting here. There's no way Rick would have checked back that flop with an overpair. There's no way he would have checked back a flush draw.
Yeah.
I don't even know whether as connected as that board was on the flop if he would even check back a set. So you got to know that Rick's on air. It's a great card to fire. Brandon takes down the pot.
No room.
Stacks are slowly starting to climb. All it takes is one of those guys to just double up through somebody else, and then it's
Yeah,
gonna
no one's sitting short. Everyone's at least 100 bigs right now.
Yeah.
Chris said he might
Makes for a
go.
fun game. Brandon's rocking the Buddy Holly glasses because he's a classy bro.
Yeah. Classic.
Plastic acid, that's a fork in C2's mouth. I did not know. We were debating that earlier.
Honestly,
what's Sean
at
doing
this
there?
point, it's just unknown foreign object. We have no idea.
Sean's been known to put a foreign object or two in his mouth.
I don't know. That's what I heard. That's
Yeah.
the rumor on the street. Oh, the alley. It's
Yeah.
the rumor in the alley.
Yeah. It's the rumor I'm spreading.
It looks like Tony's got an ace queen here, some threes, some queen 10, queen jack. Let's see. All right, he's gonna get out of there. Option on Brandon here.
Everyone just limps through.
Wow.
Tony opens up the action notes at 20 to go with the ace queen,
Be like Ant-Man, but Rick Man.
and everyone's gonna call.
Raise. But it's 200.
And Sean now puts in a re-raise after just limping in the queen jack of hearts.
It's because he heard somebody ask if that was a fork in his mouth. That's why he's just like, dude, we're getting daring now.
This is a great spot if you're Tony to put in a 4-bet. Players rarely are crafty enough to limp in, or to over limp in a big pair in late position like that.
Yeah.
Unless you know that the blind is super aggressive to try to pick up dead money.
There you go. And it's going to work for Sean.
Let's it go. I'm very surprised there.
Take it down.
Generally, a player like that,
It's not going to limp in late position, one off the button like that.
well, not with a big pair. So when a player, generally, what I've in my experience, when a player over limps and then puts in a back raise, like after the player opens up the pot and puts in the back raise, most of the time they're pretty capped, and it's hard to for them to have a really big hand there.
Yeah.
And so with a hand like Tony's worst case scenario there with ace queen. Generally, his worst case is that he's got 2 overs. If
I was
not,
going to say most likely he's coin flipping because he can't put him on ace, king, kings, or
Yeah.
aces, or even queens. So
and if you 4-bet there, if Sean had a hand, let's say like pocket 7, pocket 8, something like that, or ace 9, something like that, and he thought, that way I'm just going to take, maybe Tony's making a move, I'm just going to take this thing down right now.
yeah.
Generally, when you put in the 4-bet there, then the player like, hey, well, he's really got it now.
Yeah.
And you just take down the pot right there. In the worst case scenario, Tony's going to have 2 overs there. Really surprised that Tony didn't sniff that one out.
Tony's like, I just started the live stream here. Let's not get too crazy too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to play with Azan the other night.
Azan's a lot of fun.
Super fun dude, nice dude, very just genuine guy.
Loves to put some chips in the pot.
Yeah.
Oh, this can.
Yeah, just at this table, you can't wear them. I'll put those on.
Don't want it on your watch, huh?
No. You can do it on somebody else's watch, not mine.
Every time the camera goes to Sean, I'm like, hey, what is that? What is that?
Raise,
It's like, it's not a straw. It's a fork.
Chris makes it 20 to go with ace queen suited.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think he's gonna get much.
Takes down the
action.
blinds.
Yeah, no, just take it down.
What if I'm back in a baseball game? It's just on the live stream. It's just when you guys are filming.
All right, so let's side bet. Who do you think at the end of this stream is going to have the largest stack? $5 side bet, me and you.
There's not one poker room you cannot go to in this.
We'll have the largest stack or who will make the most money. Because
Just the largest stack at the end.
Well, the largest stack in the end. Let's see. I mean, Anthony bought in for 12. Chris is in for 12.50. So those guys already have head starts. Tony's sitting right now around 1100. I'd say if I had to make a prediction, I mean you're going to be.
Explain to them why.
Anthony's either going to go one way or the other with it. You know,
That's what I mean,
he's going
right?
to
Yeah.
he's going to go $600-700 one way or the other. You know, he's either going to run someone over, or he's going to put too many chips in the pot. You know, trying to get someone
Yeah,
off the
just
best.
dump.
And,
Yeah.
just, you know, because he's that kind of aggressive player.
So you taking Anthony?
I think it's you know it's my best
You don't
chance to
take.
win.
I was gonna say if you don't take Anthony, I will.
I'll take Anthony.
Oh man.
If you ask me, I'll take
I should
Anthony.
just go to do the other one.
Yeah.
Damn.
It doesn't. Yeah, I do.
Brandon's another player who might take down quite a few chips. Yoda makes it 25 Yo, Ace Jack.
Alright, then I'll tell you just for fun, I'll take MH then. How's that?
Good pick.
Good pick because you think you're gonna beat me, or
No, that's a good pick. Very time. I mean, to fire another bullet with the sevens. We know he's capable of putting pressure on people.
yeah. Oh, here's some fun hand shaping up.
Know that?
So Yoda ranks at 25.
Tony calls.
Everybody calls.
Everybody calls.
Oh wow.
8-5 deuce, 2 spades. Good flop for Yoda.
Yeah, nut flush draw, 2 overs for the original aggressor, and this could go large.
Chris has top pair.
And so does Dominic with
And
a better
he's-
kicker.
Chris is going to lead right into Yoda.
And Anthony's got a little gut shot. If this pot stays small, we could. No, not really. 90 right off the bat. Let's gonna see where he's at.
We can't see Brandon's hand, but he isn't folded yet. Something there has caught Brandon's interest. Now the problem for Brandon, he's still got Yoda behind him. Brandon makes it 2 1/4 to go. Yoda, nut flush draw. With a bet and a raise in front of him.
So.
And there we go, there's Brandon's hand. Brandon flops a set of 5s.
Oh wow, this hand just got even more interesting. So Yoda flats. Does Yoda flat call here? Yoda does call.
I mean, if you're Yoda, you definitely flat.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Any thought that Yoda would have had of raising Chris's lead went completely out the window
Yeah.
when Brandon popped it in front of him.
Exactly. And now, I mean, yeah, that slows Yoda down for sure.
And Brandon, if you're Yoda, you know Brandon's never weak there. Especially with Yoda being the original pre-flop raiser being behind him.
Hey, players.
Ace on the turn, that might get Yoda in a lot of trouble here.
It's definitely going to get Yoda in some trouble. I think Yoda was even thinking, all right, well, even if you had an overpair to the board, I don't know if he's necessarily thinking set right now, but that improved his hand. And oh, he checks back.
Checks back.
And 4s would have river to set as well.
Oh,
actually.
wow.
Yeah.
25 is bet.
I
Still a
think
scary board though. Four to the straight there for the wheel. Do you have a 3?
Brandon went for the check raise on the turn, couldn't get it, but he will get $200 worth of value on the river. That's 200, and Yoda makes a quick call. Yoda shows the hand.
Yoda's basically showing Brandon, yeah, you're lucky, dude. You really didn't want that spade.
Alright, T is
There's a
complete.
great
Can I
card
get
on the
this?
turn for Brandon.
Look
After
at
he raises Chris's lead, and you get the original raiser flatting behind him, he's going to have a lot of ace-x combos there, especially, or ace-x spades combos.
Yeah.
It was a really good check back on Yoda, by Yoda on the turn. Keep himself
Yeah, no, that pot could have cost Yoda a lot of money.
Yeah.
For sure. If Yoda decided to get crafty right there when his hand improved on the turn, that could have gotten ugly. Angry Pollock, happy anniversary, by the way. What are you doing in the chat room? Shouldn't you be busy since it's your anniversary? Just throwing that out there.
Hey, you know she's not.
I don't know. Oh, wow. That's how she rolls.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I respect it. I respect it.
On the laptop,
That's it on the laptop. Hey, that's multitasking.
right? What a degen.
Fresh dealer in the box. Fresh action dealer.
Well, I mean,
I'm curious to see, looking back at the hand, thinking back to it, if Brandon would have checked again, if Yoda would have value bet his ace there.
Wait, on the river?
Yeah, if Brandon would have checked for Brandon. I don't think he should have. I think Brandon played perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, if Brandon would have got greedy and checked, I'm trying to think of if Yoda would have bet.
Well, Yoda's totally capable of making. I mean, we saw him earlier when he missed both of his draws. Totally fired and took it.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not. That's not. You know, that's definitely a
Problem is
possibility.
if Yoda's got King Queen or King Jack of Spades, then he's never putting any more money in the pot. He's probably gonna put a hand exactly the same way.
Exactly.
Just call the flop, check back the turn, but put no money in on the river. Yeah, Brandon played it perfectly. I'm just trying to think to myself here, really, you know.
How could shit have gone crazy real quick?
Yeah, I'm really if I'm in Yoda's seat, like would I try to like maybe I don't think I can. I don't think I can get called by worse. I just thinking.
Let's see, Tony here. Tony's gonna get in there at 10-7.
I think Sean put a straddle in his hand.
Got a raise to 30 here, and Rick's gonna wake up with kings.
Straddle pot. Tony makes 30 to go, and
Rick's gonna
happy birthday
re-raise.
to Rick.
Yeah, Rick's gonna re-raise here. And he's gonna make it 90.
Tony will correctly get away.
Yeah, correctly. He's gonna take it. I don't think he's putting Rick on just making a move there. It's
Dominic,
just,
you want your blind?
just simple.
No.
I raise, you have it, I don't, buy.
Now, if Sean did that, we've already seen Sean get kind of wacky tonight. You know, limping and then putting in the back raise the Queen Jack,
Yeah.
re-raising Jack 5. If Sean had done that, maybe Tony calls.
And that's poker right there. It's all in the player, right? I mean, there's some people where they bet $20 and you're gone in a heartbeat, and there's some people where they bet $20 and you can't wait to get it in. You're waiting to re-raise and get all those chips in there.
For Yoda,
Brandon's gonna get out. Yoda. Let's see, what's Yoda gonna wake up with here?
makes 20 to go. Rick makes a call. He's got pocket
With a name
threes.
like Yoda, I'm not surprised we can't see his hand all the time. Sometimes he uses the Jedi Force to block.
What's your feeling?
We made it through an entire stream last time with him being on there without making one Star Wars reference.
Oh man,
Yeah, we couldn't.
I had to once. Let me just break that right off the bat.
Set of threes for
Oh,
Rick.
right in the window. Doesn't even have to think about it. 3 right there.
Sean's got a pair and a flush draw, by the way. We could see some chip splash here.
And again, we don't know what Yoda has here, but Yoda's definitely gonna fire it out. That looks like maybe 30 or 40. That's 40.
40. Raise
And Rick, you got a raise.
to 100.
Now you're Sean. Middle pair. Third and out flush draw.
Pair and a flush draw is just one of those spots that it's gonna start building a pot. You know, whether it's going to you or not, you know, it's gonna get some money out there.
I think this should be an easy just call for Sean.
You watching?
He's not. No, wow. We won't even call.
Wow, look at that. And see, that shows you that's all about Sean. That's total range, right? Before we saw him doing some crazy stuff, and now he's like, no, I'm gonna get away from this.
In his defense, he's out of position there, but I still think you can call profitably there.
And I'm so curious what Yoda has too.
Yoda's got top pair. King Queen gets away.
Correctly gets away. Man, wasn't an entirely huge raise. That could have escalated quickly.
It's a good fold by Yoda.
Yeah, Rick's gonna take it down.
A lot of players would have called there. I mean, like I said, it was such a small raise. If Rick was raising with a flush draw, I think a lot of players would have called there. I think if Yoda's in position, I think he definitely calls.
Yeah, no, it was a position play there. It was rough. Position fold, I should say.
Straddle's on.
Straddle. Now, what's your take on straddling? Love it, hate it, does it matter?
I won't. I will never be the only guy at the table not doing it, but I will also never be the only guy at the table that is doing it. I don't,
Okay, fair enough.
I don't
Okay.
voluntarily put in money out of position. If I don't,
Okay.
I mean, I just don't do it.
Fair enough. I mean, because there are some players who are the overly aggressive players. They love to use that as a squeeze play every time.
Yeah.
It's almost like predictable. It doesn't even matter what they have.
Very true. Tony makes it 50 to go with pocket eights. Content to just take down the pot right now. Yeah, no, and like if everyone's doing it, I'm forcing it out because then there's no advantage, or there's no disadvantage there.
Yeah.
But I'm not just gonna be the only guy there throwing a party.
And you know what? And throwing a party, throwing out free money, making it
Yeah.
rain. No, and I love that. I love when you get a table where everybody's really cool and you say, hey, you guys want to do a round of straddles?
Yeah.
And most of the time, people are pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll always agree to that.
Yeah.
There is spots though, like where I guess it could be advantageous if you're at a particularly tight or snug table, where hey, if I put in, if I just up the blinds a little bit, no one's gonna want to put any money in, and I can just kind of run the table over.
Oh yeah. And plus, if you get it all pre-flop, right, no flop, no drop, killing it, making that extra EV plus EV, right?
Fresh.
Oh man.
Couple limpers. More limpers. Someone hurt somebody. Sean, your only hope. No. Brandon puts in his big blind with $1 chips.
Try and rub the cloth off him.
And Brandon min raises. And Yoda now puts in the limp re-raise.
I respect it. I respect it. I love just the toying mind aspect of it, right?
Brandon exercises his option with Queen 7 off, throws an extra nickel in there, and Yoda immediately puts in a raise.
A pot builder. It's a pot builder, re-pot builder.
MH will make the call, ace 10 off. Rick's in the hand, ace 6 suited.
I love it. All right.
Queen 9-5. And Brandon, if he had the stones to call, would have flopped top pair. Yoda bet 60. No one's caught anything here. And this should work.
It was like keywords should. You never know, right? Somebody
You
just
never
wants to be
know.
like, hey, let me show you what's up.
Someone loses their mind every now and then. Jimmy Bluffett. I don't think I've acknowledged you yet. Welcome to the chat box. Always good to have Jimmy in the chat.
Yeah, a lot of regulars in the chat box tonight.
Was that cognac?
Yeah, exactly. A little Cavassier, the ladies' man. No, that's what when I take a quick break, I just pound that in the parking lot, right out of the bottle. But like in a brown paper bag, because we're classy.
Classy.
Yeah.
Tony's got the straddle on this hand.
And he's doing, hey, we were just doing this the other day, right? The whole cover the face with the jacket thing. Everybody get involved in that.
Rick's got kings again. And Tony in the straddle's gonna wake up with jacks. This could get messy.
Oh, he's a king's magnet.
Anthony calls with king 10 suited. Yoda's got the old 4 Dewey. And Yoda is not folded yet.
He's thinking.
He hasn't flatted, hasn't folded.
Yoda's thinking.
Oh, he didn't know it was his turn.
Okay, good. Here we go. I was like, man, does Yoda really think
Yoda's
like getting
getting
crap
wow,
like in
he's-
right here or what?
You gotta be
Now
worth
it's
best
on Tony
actor.
with jacks. Now, what's Tony gonna do here? Is he gonna re-raise and see where he's at?
I think Tony's definitely re-racing here.
Re-raise.
It's a typical bet, close to 100, something like that.
155.
155. Now, I don't think Rick is like you, thinking, hey, am I against aces here? I should get away from my kings. I think Rick's thinking this is
I
sweet.
was facing a 5 bet. A little different, but
No,
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
but it's so great, man. You're in the scenario and you're just thinking, all right, well, Christmas comes early, you know, assuming I don't get cold decked here, so.
Do you think like the 7th level of Tony watching Tony is actually?
And Rick's gonna just call.
Interesting. A little bit of a hand disguise there. I'd like to think that Tony probably thinks he's ahead right now because Rick just flat calls.
Right.
And that's still a dangerous board. I mean, that's going to cost Tony some money here. So Tony first to act, especially since he re-raised. I don't see how he doesn't fire out here.
350 in the pot. Tony's gonna bet 230.
230.
Oh, Rick's got about 1,000 in his stack. If he makes a small raise here, he can probably get the rest of it in on the turn.
Assuming yeah, because it's already a rainbow board. If the turn's like a super brick deuce or 3 or something, I think it might get in there. You said make it 400? 500.
500.
So now it's a little over the min raise. If you're Tony right here,
I think it's a good fold for
yeah,
Tony.
Yeah, if you're Tony, I mean, you basically have to examine your hand where you're on the pot, recheck it. I think, yeah, it's good muck.
You can beat 10s and that's it.
No, that's way it, yeah. And he's got to think, Rick, I don't think he puts Rick on kings necessarily, but he could easily put Rick on pocket 9s, 5s, 7s, flop to set, something like that.
Yeah, or even queens.
Yeah,
I think.
he's good fold by Tony.
Very good fold.
Hold on. 20 minutes.
If anything, if I'm Tony there, I might be adjusting my sizing there. Maybe go bet a little smaller.
Yeah.
I think if you bet a little smaller, you might actually, have the possibility of keeping some worse hands in.
Well,
I think better hands are still going to raise you, in which case you can then get
I was
up
going to say,
cheaper.
I think betting a little smaller gives you the exact same information there, I think. You know what I'm saying? Save yourself a couple bucks.
Yeah. But I think with that size, there's no way a worse hand calls.
Then again, my hindsight vision is super 2020. Right after the fact.
Right.
I know exactly how you should have played that hand.
Totally.
Let me tell you all about it.
Straddle's still on here.
45.
Maybe they're just doing a round of straddles.
I believe so. And Chris has made it 45, it looks like. The queen 10 off. Brandon on the button. He's making the call of pocket 4s.
Alright, call.
V cross poker. What's up, Val? Nice run.
Yeah, Val, congrats.
It's always, I know the feeling. It's always pleasantly disappointed.
I know.
I'm happy. I ran good. You always feel like you're right there.
Oh yeah, of course. And you tell everybody, you're like, oh, I got 12th out of how many players, And they're like, wow, that's amazing. And you're like, it sucks.
Yeah.
I should have taken the whole thing, I mean,
Val's a crusher.
Second round.
yeah. Constant. Well, because remember, she couldn't do the commentary once here because she was final table over there.
She's on the final table.
Hey, first world problems. It's rough. So Chris with the best hand here with queen 10, ace queen, couple of overs, a little gutter ball straight draw here for MH.
Bet
Chris is still betting the
110.
second pair. Brandon called on the flop of 4s. Or no, you check through on the flop. Sorry, we're talking about Val.
Yeah, I know. We're like, all right, so wait, Val's not even at this table. What happened?
But Brandon is going to call 110 on the turn.
Alright, heads up.
Going to the river, brick, doesn't help anybody.
Brandon's got to feel, or I'm sorry, Chris has got to feel that Brandon would not have checked the jack on the flop.
170. That's the bet.
And he's going to value bet his queen 10. Could value bet like Chris. I don't think Brandon's going to call him,
Yeah, 170 in the 400 pot.
but it's a good job recognizing that here that a pair of 10s is best.
Yeah, a little less than half the pot bet there.
The only thing is Brandon would not have checked back a jack, and he called when the deuce of diamonds fell. He might have maybe picked up diamonds,
Yeah.
and that's why maybe if you check there, if you're Chris, you can make more money. No, wow, Brandon calls. Wow,
And
that did surprise me.
Well, and part of that could have just literally been nothing more than an information call too. I kind of want to see where I'm at. I want to see if
What's
my
this
read.
guy raising?
I want to
What's
see
he-
if my read on you is right. Sometimes information is pricey. So I said those were Val's first world problems, and she says I have 99 first world problems,
Right.
but something.
I literally beat. I know.
Brandon says he will not be bluffed tonight.
I almost want to do a side bet on how many more times Rick picks up kings tonight. It's already twice. So let's see.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was a little chip. I'm surprised to see Brandon call there. And I on two sides of it, I like Chris recognizing that a pair of tens is good there and he's evaluating. The problem is, I think, if as we look at the hand, I don't think Brandon would have checked back a jack. He called him the deuce fellow on the turn, deuce diamonds, and the only thing he really put a diamond draw out there.
Yeah, picked up like a redraw there on the turn.
Maybe if anything, you think that your opponent has picked up diamonds, it might bluff out a check to him. Maybe. I actually think maybe almost Chris makes more money when he checks there. I'm surprised that he actually got called by Brandon.
You're thinking he just check calls or check?
Yeah, I think you got a great bluff catcher. I think even though he feels he got the best hand, I really don't. I think it was really hard the way the hand played out to think that Virginia Brandon can have there.
So Tony's
That would
gonna flop
call you.
open-ended here. Brandon's got a little gutter ball. Brandon actually gets there, nails it. That also gives Yoda a diamond draw. So now we have Tony with pair and open-ended. Everybody's got a little piece of this.
A little something. Brandon's gonna try to make a little bit back. Might get called in both spots here. Yoda pops him. Yoda picks up the diamonds and pops him. Brandon with second nut.
And Tony's gonna hop out of there. Now if you're Brandon, the only hand that beats you is ace queen.
Your opponent could easily have a two pair here. I think it's gonna be a pretty easy call for Brandon. Brandon puts in another raise.
I was gonna say at least. I think Brandon's probably thinking about re-raising here.
350 from Brandon.
Oh wow. That's a sizable I'm not messing around raise. I don't really see how Yoda can do anything with these diamonds here.
On the flip side, if you're really convinced that Brandon has ace queen here, you might call if you think diamonds, if a diamond gets there, that Brandon will pay you off.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I don't think he's putting Brandon on diamond. I think he knows if the diamond gets there that it's good.
Yoda gets away from it.
Correctly folds. It looks like these stacks are building. As we get some of these stacks building too, and some of the other guys get a little bit more short stacked, you're kind of more likely to see the, okay, whenever I'm all in, I'm either going to double up or I'm going to reload.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, let's see some blood.
It's just, I feel like sometimes it's like why you watch NASCAR. You're like, where's the car crash? I'm here for the crash.
Sean listening to the stream.
He's like, what are they saying about me? He's like,
Yeah.
do they want to know what I'm chewing on right now? And he's not doing it anymore. I think we caught up. He's like, okay, fine, I'm not chewing on it.
Rockets for Yoda.
Oh, there you go. And this could look good. This could actually be semi-disguised after the last hand, after, you know, getting basically raising and re-raised out of a pot. Maybe
You might think he's steaming a little
yeah,
bit.
might think he's just steam raising and whatever. He's going to get some action from Rick.
Rick picks up an inside straight draw.
Luckily for Yoda, a little bit of a comforting feeling is that if running clubs do get there, that at least he has the ace of clubs.
I don't see Rick calling, especially not with two clubs there.
Yeah, I
If the
know.
king clubs falls, you might not think straight is good.
Aces win? Is that allowed? That's not allowed.
Every now and then, we will permit it.
We allow
A
it.
check and a raise is permitted.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Don't get crafty outside of it.
I'm gonna make it. So I'm curious to see, or I'm curious to know if any of these players have submitted their bio for the week 2 or for the Saturday 2-5 game.
I don't know. Probably. I mean, we're going to read those here pretty quick. And at the end of the day, guys, when you're submitting a bio, it doesn't have to be a graphic novel. It doesn't have to be. In fact, we prefer it's not like, you know, a 600-word essay or anything. If you just throw in like a quick paragraph or two, you know, be yourself, be funny, be interesting. You know, just tell us a little bit about you, make something up. Make me laugh. That's what I want. Make me laugh.
Get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Let's get real.
You want me because I've played cards before? Like, nah, give me something more than that. Alright, so Chris has ace king here. He raises, gets a few callers. 10, 4, 3 on the flop. Dominic picks up a gut shot straight draw. Chris is ace king high, and Tony with pair fours.
Backdoor straight, backdoor spades.
Backdoor straight, all sorts of backdoor potential. This is one of those hands where your hand is just okay right now, but depending on what comes on the turn, can open up a world of options for you.
I'm a believer.
I'm a believer, and that's not going to help. But it does open up some options for Chris here with ace king.
Picks up an inside straight draw.
Probably thinking I might ace king may be good too, along with the jack.
220 in the pot. Chris reaching for chips.
Chris is going to fire it.
At 165.
65.
165 takes down the pot. They're asking what it says on your shirt.
Oh, I'm just, I have my qualifications right here instead of writing a bio. I just get totally qualified
Totally qualified.
right here. So, it's just kind of the way I roll. So again, you have a lot of these players watching the stream on their phone. You've seen Sean several times, be listening to it. I think these players are pretty good at adapting their game on the fly. Seeing, basically getting history, literally 30-minute-old live history on their opponents at the table.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good information.
Yeah. Legit. I'd be re-raising everything that Sean does.
Yeah.
Service on 11.
And likewise, it's funny, when you know the players are getting that information, it opens up for another level of out-thinking.
So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
I know, you're like, oh, look at this. Last time you had this, so this time I'll do this. 9 sevens, queen 10.
Oh, dagger.
3, 4, 9.
Ooh, top set for Dominic.
Rick's got the only hand that might call him here. Dominic's gonna bet it.
Raise to 70.
Asking what his shirt says over there in seat 6. I think it says enjoy a choke. I think. So I would not be picking a fight with seat 6.
Dominic makes nearly a pot-sized bet here with his top set. Pushes everyone off.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that there. There's not a whole lot to be afraid of on that board. Kind of a rainbow 9-3-4. I guess
Yeah,
somebody
really
could have
broken
a real,
board.
Yeah, somebody could have a real low, kind of wheelish draw. But for the most part, I'm not really afraid there. I think I'd probably let somebody else kind of catch up.
Yeah.
Well, sir,
Such a broken board, yeah, you might really think about checking back there. That
the
or
other
making
game's over too.
somewhat smaller bet.
Enjoy a choke or enjoy a choke. I can't figure it out. Either way. You either want to be friends with the guy or stay away from the guy, I guess. Either way.
I mean, if you want to change this one, it's not a big deal.
No. I know the Shark Tank is on. You're coming on this channel.
Campers 37. Welcome to chat box.
So Tony's going to call MH. MH is my horse here. My $5 prop bet. Let's get it.
And my horse puts it in your
Of
hands.
course it does. Oh, this is why we prop bet right here.
Anthony makes it 65 to go ace-8. I don't see MH continuing.
Wattbright asked, when we play a game, like the one we played, a cash game like the one we played on Saturday, said, is it a game or is it kind of soft play so you don't break each other? I think it's kind of a little bit of both. I mean, at the end of the day. It's funny, I definitely gave Veronica was betting pretty hard into me when she flopped the flush and I had the ace-high flush draw. And I just rivered the ace, and I think she fired like 100 some change or something, and I was like,
soft play.
I know, I was like, don't do it, and I just snap called her, and it was just like, oh, I mean, here's my money, there you go. You know, so I mean, it's it's friendly, but it's not free. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
Veronica said yes. So whenever you got that $130 of me, that'd be great. Appreciate that.
Raise to 20.
Yeah, when we're 5-betting with pocket eights and laying down kings.
Yeah. That's not exactly soft play. You know what I
People
mean?
are still trying to make money here.
Yeah. All right, Yoda's going to make it 20 with ace-8. MH is going to call here with ace-6 of diamonds. Dominic also with diamonds. And looks like the best piece of the flop there is going to be Dominic, actually, with pair of 5s.
Yoda's in at 45. Dominic in position with the best hand. Makes a call.
Heads up.
6 on the turn. Dominic adds an inside straight draw to go along with his pair.
Yeah, and you kind of have each other's outs here, because if Dominic makes 2 pair with a 7, that's gonna make Yoda have the straight. So
Yep.
kind of right in each other's zone with this board.
Yoda still firing. 75 gets called. 10 on the turn.
Let's see if the 10 slows down Yoda at all, if he's just gonna keep barreling.
I think it probably should.
It should, but he might just keep barreling. Yoda was thinking about it. Yoda's gonna check it.
Dominic's going to tend to check back and show him the best hand.
Yeah. I can't see Dominic firing out a bet there. And Dominic's gonna take down the pot for 290.
Pair of 5.
Val says, make him pay, Veronica. Make him
I
pay.
know. It's like the team girls right there, just like, no, take all of the monies.
God, no, did you leave from that game and go to a home game, though?
I did.
Jesus.
I hooked up with a couple dealers here, and then we ended up going back and playing and literally it was a great home game because we were playing the home games like dollar annies or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was great because we didn't have any chips. We were literally playing with dollar bills, and like the worst deck of cards ever. It's like when you're used to the nice quality and caliber of like play that you get here at Stones, you go to that. It's a fun and it's different, but it's just like, man, I can't even like read these cards. Like you can't shuffle them because they're not. Yeah.
God, you are a D10. I didn't get out of here till like almost 4 in the morning. Or 3,
Oh, no,
3:30 in the morning.
I left their place when the sun came up, and I was crying about the hangover the next day. Let's put it that way.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of problems here. It's fine.
Yeah. The best kind of problem.
Yeah, good problems. Good problems to have.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you only get one life, so I'm going to live it.
There you go. Only way to live it. Just gotta try to die sometimes. Dominic makes it 30 to go, 9-7. Sean's gonna just call with his ace-king. Flop top pair. Dominic's got middle pair.
Small piece for Dom. Sean's going to fire it. And I think Dominic is a non-believer. He's going to call it up. Going to the turn here, pops at 140. No help to anybody. Oh, Sean getting a little crafty.
Check.
We're going to go to the river here.
Club gets there.
I wonder if that's going to induce Dominic to bet here. Nope, Dominic's going to check.
Sean will not. Wow.
I can't believe Sean doesn't fire on the
Right?
river. I think that pretty much is Dominic giving up there when he checks the river twice after the turn in the river. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see how you don't value bet there with ace king.
I don't think there's any way. After he goes check on the turn, I don't think there's any way that Dominic would have checked a flush on the river. I think that's a pretty easy value bet for Sean. Annette asked how much we ended up doing. She was trying to stay for 6 a.m. mimosas. But I got wiped out. I got even, so that's good. I dug myself a pretty good rut to begin with.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Sometimes there's no better feeling than even.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're like, it's certainly the MO. You go in there with a shovel, you dig a quick hole, you spend a couple hours building a ladder to get even, and you're like, best night ever. 6 hours, I made $0, I feel great. You know?
Val just threw up a little bit. I can't blame you. Yeah, does Sean not value it there? Come on, Sean. Sean, you got enough gears to bet Jack 5 and put in a back raise with Queen Jack suited, but you're not gonna value bet Ace King.
You know what? He was just switching to the wrong gear right there. We've all misshifted before.
Yeah, he missed quite.
20.
He's cerebrally multi-tabling.
Yes,
He was thinking about a
yes.
hand for a few weeks ago.
Exactly.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
MH can make it 20 to go with a King 9 of hearts, take down the pot.
That's my mule. Doing it. Doing big things. Blinds at a time. Blinds at a time. Yeah, this is good. The stream, the feed looks really good these days. We're always making improvements here, especially for those of you who've been watching the stream, you know, basically evolve. We're always upping the resolution, we're adding new cameras, transitions, we're messing with different microphone options, different lighting options, so it's always getting better and better. I mean, it's not, you know, it's a lot of fun.
It's good stuff, Maynard. It's good stuff.
Like now we have a door on our commentary booth, so we can't have random people just wander in when we're on the broadcast. Actually, I'm pretty sure the door is there to keep us in and not let us leave. But yeah, same thing. That's why the lock's on the other side of the door. Hold up a sign. All right, looks like we're 2 players with 8s, Yoda and Tony. And Chris pocket 3s, Sean sending one of the 3s out. Oh, and 7s. This should be fun.
Everyone's got pairs.
Oh man.
Sean admitted 20 to go with 9-3. Chris calls with 3s.
I love how everybody's got pairs and Sean's the aggressor.
And Brandon puts in a 3-bet on the button with 7s. Tony and Yoda are both going to call their 8s.
They're dogging you big time?
They're hoping Brandon has a really big hand here. Will get paid off if they find an 8. Of course, we know that neither of them will find the 8. And that Brandon does not have a big hand.
Going to the flop. Ooh, 3s gets there. Nails bottom set.
Jack 3-5.
Back I'm 7 of hearts. It's bad shape.
Check
Hearts
through.
all the way around. Little disguise. Now this is a fun card because it actually gives a straight draw for Brandon. A little gut shot with the 6 gets there.
Good. 55.
And after that flop checks through,
Yeah.
both Tony and Yoda might feel pretty good about their 8s.
Absolutely.
Yoda's going to lead it out, and Tony's going to make a quick call.
Yeah, that's right. As Lopbright points out, the other guy had 9-3, so that is the case 3 right there on the flop. No messing around.
Dirty. 270 from Chris.
70.
Brandon cannot chase his inside straight draw now.
Brandon's getting out of there.
It's back on Yoda.
I really can't see Yoda or Tony going much deeper in this hand.
Well, no, after Sean, and Sean was originally over the pot, and Chris had just called. It's not likely that he's got jacks, but a hand like in pocket, 3s, 5s, 4s, or even a hand like 6, 7 is definitely within Chris's range here. I don't think 8s fares too well against that range. Even if you just even if Yoda or
He's getting in there. He's going to make the call.
which is going to push Tony out.
Yeah. Overcalling at this point is
out of question.
All right, so let's see what the river is. The river could bring a bluff card and allow Yoda to fire out if it completes like a 4-card straight.
Or if a spade falls, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a spade.
And we've seen Yoda do this before. When he missed his draws.
And Yoda immediately moves all in.
Immediately. Wow.
6 spot for Chris.
Now it's 150, and I think that there's too much value here to get away for 150 when you have a set. I mean, I think if Yoda had more, this move has
If he
potential
ships it
to
for
work.
500
Yeah.
or more, but it's
Oh my god.
Chris is going to think about it, but I think inevitably he's going to make the
the
call.
graphic shows 150. But it looks like Yoda's got more chips than that. I see 75 in greens. I see a stack of 100. So it looks like maybe
230, no, 240.
But it's still, I still don't know if that's enough to really push Chris off. But at the same time, like, what else can Yoda have here?
Exactly.
Really?
I mean, it was an instant all in, no hesitation. Which I mean,
Oh, he's
either
throwing his
means
hand.
obviously I have the monster
good.
or I'm stone cold blind.
No
Is Yoda
good.
doing this with King Jack?
And he's gonna make the
no
call.
good. Oh my
Chris makes the correct call, scoops it.
It's a great line by Yoda. I think Yoda needs more chips though to complete that.
I
bluff.
agree with you 100%. I think if Yoda had about twice the stack, I don't know if Chris can necessarily make that call. He definitely makes it a lot tougher on Chris to call that.
Yes. Chris, you're a calling station. No, good call by Chris. Like I said, I think you're right, AP. More chips,
Yeah.
different story.
Victim of your own stack size.
Chips on
sometimes.
11, please. Austin, chips.
Because I think maybe he called there with the intention of almost doing exactly that.
Yeah,
but just didn't have enough chips to.
I can
to
hit.
push
I can hit an 8 or a spade hits. I can barrel a spade.
Yeah. It's nice we have Rick and Barstow yelling out chips, table 11.
Yeah, it looked like it was about 250 somewhere in that window. Still, you know, with that size pot, Chris isn't loving that call, but there's just not enough to shove him off.
Back of red.
So Yoda's gonna reload. Yoda's got gears. We've seen this. Yoda's
Yeah,
got some moves.
absolutely. Not afraid to get some chips in the pot, regardless.
Yoda be a fun player to see in our Survivor Series, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll have to bother him at the end of the night, make sure that he's submit a bio.
Like I said, man, I think that Survivor Series is going. That's the Survivor
And
Series.
that could be his whole bio. Like, I'm the guy. Ship pocket ace. I'm the king of spades spell.
Here's all my gears. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Mic drop.
Done. I got like a 20-speed transmission. You're gonna love it.
Chris
All right,
made a point to go.
Go to the flop here.
Sean just called ace king again. And again he flops top pair.
Top for Sean.
Chris is gonna follow it up. He'll bet 40.
And Sean's in there. Just flat calls it. Doesn't fire.
Check on the turn.
And going to the river. With the check on the turn, I think Sean's got to think his hand is good here. Depending on what happens here.
And Sean checks again.
Checks
So-
the table, wins.
So Sean is trapping with his ace king, but he's not trying to extract any value out of it. That's the second time now we've
yeah,
seen him on
exactly.
the river.
But he's missing the value bet portion. He's missing the back half of that.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Trap your opponent. Yes, check.
Done. And then get paid. You're like, damn it. I missed that one.
See someone lay that up and see what you do with these kings. Just call it. It's like trap, check. So he told trap and then check. Perfect. He took it wrong. Sean. Dominic watching our live stream. Dude, what did they just say about me?
I couldn't hear. I was like, wait, what? What is it?
Yeah, what
Where's
is
that one guy? Shut up. He's talking out of his beard. Thanks for the compliment, Val, on the different transitions. We're like I said, we're always trying stuff, fun stuff, keeping it fresh, trying to keep it fun for you guys.
You notice you don't even have to watch it. There's enough sound going on everywhere.
Dominic puts in the raise here.
Raise to 20.
Makes it 20 to go.
Call heads up.
Alright, Dominic with the mystery hand. MH is going to call. We're going to go to that flop here. Alright, 6, 7, 10 on the flop. Missed MH here. Dominic could have a piece of it.
Goes check, and MH beats a king.
MH connects on the turn.
And we don't know what Dominic has. That king might be just as likely to hit him. There's Dominic's hand, ace queen. Dominic actually picks up an inside straight draw. Will not try to run it down.
Well, there's a prime example, too, of everybody whiffs the flop, and if anybody would have bet the flop, you would have taken the pot right
Heads
there.
up, yeah, I think you gotta be c-betting like 106% of the time. Like,
Note to self, next
Yeah.
time you play against Jake, if it's heads up, he will c-bet 106% of the time.
Are you in the chat room too? Chat room too? Chat?
No, I'm chatting with my ex-wife.
What is that? OMF balls. Ask what happened to PLO. Mondays, Wednesday, or Omaha night. It is Omaha night here in Stones. We do have Omaha being played in the outer tables, I believe. PLO will be on the stream once a month. But if you want to play PLO, this is a place for it here in the greater Sacramento area.
And there's also part of the Stone Survivor Series. There's also 1 or 2 PLO games in there.
One PLO game. Not this Saturday. Well, it's the 4th Saturday, so that's May. I should know this. May 7th.
You're
May
asking
4th.
math, and I don't know about math.
May 7th. So yeah, May 7th for you Omaha players, especially PLO players. May 7th will be a 1-3-5 PLO game on our Survivor Series that Saturday. Your chance to get in pre-roll a main event seat. 10-7-4, 2 clubs. Sean's got top pair, top kicker. Now he'll value bet.
Call 30.
Brandon's gonna call. Can't see Brandon's hand. Rick, who dreamed of a miracle flop with a 7 duty, will finally release. Sean will check dark now.
Check start.
Sean's got some interesting moves here.
Play check.
Checks back, ace on the river, top 2 for Sean, and he'll check it.
Play check.
He gets Brandon to bet, and Sean's gonna call.
Ace-6.
Ace-6 of clubs.
Typical
Wow. Brandon.
club draw, misses it, gets the ace, but that's the value card. That's how you get paid.
Sean check calls top 2.
You don't get to take
Oh, I don't think my 50 back there. That's
Right now, I think that Sean is hurting Jake's head right now.
On the flip side, in Sean's defense, if players in about 30 minutes would have seen those last 2 hands where Sean played so snug with the ace king, super snug top 2 there, and he's setting himself up maybe for some big crazy. I mean, gotta be, if he's not betting top 2, he's not betting top, and then if he barrels some river card, he's got to have it, right?
Yeah, no, he
So
has
maybe,
to, right? No, and I get it. I mean, again, you talk about
Maybe there's a method to the madness. I'll believe in Sean. I'll give him the
benefit of the doubt.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's some inner workings there.
Well,
some
and we have
gears
enough time
turning.
too with the delay. Now he's heard it. Now he's gonna make that move just for you, Jake.
Just
so
for
when
me.
he scoops that giant pot on the bluff of the century, you can thank you for
Yeah.
that. Thank you for the
I'll take the
encouragement.
credit and the blame. Right now he's like, that's right. I
Raise up 20.
Oh yeah, everybody thinks I'm super tight.
And on Omaha night, for you guys who don't know,
Call 20.
our good buddy Justin Caritas, as he says in the chat box, it is his favorite game. So if any of you guys want some free money, Justin does play Omaha.
Free money, money for free.
Free money.
It's my favorite.
773. Not a tostada. No one's got anything.
Not a tostada.
Chris has got a pair of 4s and it's the best hand. He'll let it check.
Picks up a little gutter ball there for Yoda. A 6 fires off.
Anthony's open-ended now. Chris is going to bet his 4s, it looks like.
Turner the best hand right now with the 8.
Bet 45.
Tony's going to call, and I think that's going to get Anthony to call as well.
Call 45.
Anthony, he could raise here.
Oh,
No?
no, he's gonna call. Stop giving instructions to your mule. Oh, and misses it.
Tony gets a check mark. I think it would have been a real good spot for Anthony to raise on that turn.
220 in the pot. Option on Chris here with pocket 4s.
I think Chris is just debating that, whether or not he can check call anything here.
Chris is gonna fire at it.
Raise.
That's
110.
110.
110, about half the pot. Pot was at 220, almost exactly half the pot.
And I think Tony is now out of love with his pocket or with his pair of 8s.
You know, but he could also think, was he really waiting that long for value on a 7? And he's gonna make the call. He's gonna make the call, and it's gonna be good here. Good call by Tony. I just don't know if you're Chris there, if you can represent the 7 after the way the hand played out. After it was checked on the flop, checked on the time. I mean, I don't know if you're waiting that long to extract value.
Yeah, Tony, Chris definitely wasn't betting his force for value. He was trying to get better to fold there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Justin, get a look at him there.
There he is right there, making a cameo.
Inviting everyone to his Omaha game later.
Free money, guys. Literally, buy money for pennies on the dollar.
Why are we trying
So
to
good, right? And by the way, I'm out of the job now.
Yeah, and boom, done.
And Justin fired.
That was the last time we ever saw Jake again.
So, from what we're hearing, word on the street is that the Stones app is near completion or is completed and is just waiting to launch.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Super
good.
rad.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
12 blind big blind.
Very cool. So in the Stones app, what does that entail? What's going to be in this?
So you can, you'll be able to just check the list and see a lot, like a Bravo.
Oh, nice,
So you'll be
like
able to
the
see,
player- oh,
yeah,
nice,
and,
to see
and you'll be able
the
to
games
sign, put
running.
yourself on the list,
Ooh.
sign yourself up for games.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I'm sure it'll probably list like what tournaments are coming up and everything else like
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure I'll have all sorts of stuff.
Because I know for me, a lot of times when I'm like, hey, you know what, I want to go play a tournament today at Stones, I end up getting on my computer and going to the website and looking at the tournament calendar to see like what's the buy-in, what time does it start. So it'd be nice to have that just on a one-click-away app.
Re-raise. 85 total.
I concur. Aces for MH.
My mule with rockets.
Anthony, please, just come on. You're my horse in this game, buddy. Thank you. Oh, thank God.
I was like, break him right here.
No
Yes.
queen jack. No queen jack
Yes.
off. No queen jack off. Yoda's got 7s. He'll make the call though.
All right, dueling pocket pairs on their way to the flop.
7-5 king. Disco for Yoda.
This is not looking good for my mule. This hand could cost me $5. that's what can happen here.
105. He's hoping Yoda's got a king.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where it's tricky, right? Because it's a perfect rainbow board. Everything's evenly split. It's not, there's no flush draw. It's not like there's a whole lot going on out there.
Jack on the turn.
So Yoda checks his set of 7s here. See if we can do some action here. Bet out with MH with aces, which I don't see how he can't. So he's gonna fire out. Looks like 2 1/4.
Raise all of them.
Oh, 250.
And Yoda check shoves.
Call.
And we've seen Yoda shove a few times with not very strong hands before. So I mean, if
And MH makes a quick call.
yeah,
Wow.
done. Aces and 7s are gonna take it.
MH did not give any consideration seemingly at all there to the possibility that maybe even Yoda had King and a King Jack.
King Jack's a definitely a possibility there.
Not to mention the set combos.
Sometimes, especially in this game, you should be blinded by aces, right? 2 pretty aces. This is the best hand. I'm taking this all the way. They're so piece of candy, so shiny.
In his defense, we saw Yoda make that river bluff earlier with the 8s, and then we rep the spade, the king fell. So MH is gonna think, well, this guy's he's obviously got moves. He's always gonna have bluffs in his range, and I just can't fold aces to Yoda.
And like we were talking about earlier with the stream, these players saw that. They know this. It's not like it was because
And then he got shown down too.
Yeah, because he was just like they know this, So again, changing gears and adapting for sure.
And Yoda gets some back.
That is not good for me. That could have cost me $5 right there. We're gonna find out.
And as we alluded to, and Val points out in the chat box, I think definitely that 8-8 shove got him paid there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Money, money, money. Poker Pro Eric, what's up? Right there, Yoda's running like, God, I hope he has King Jack.
Yeah. And Yoda looks like we're gonna raise to 25. And call. It's like Sean. Let's see here. Right, to the flop. In the lead looks like we'll get Tony with a pair of 6s.
Bet 45.
Too much else going on here. Sean's gonna bet out 45.
Tony to look him up with the 6s.
Yoda call. Oh no, I didn't call. We'll find out.
Yoda bet.
Oh,
45.
Yoda bet the 45. Okay.
Tony made the call with the 6s.
That heads up.
Jack on the turn. And I think if Yoda fires again, I think Tony actually has an easier call than he did on the flop.
Yeah, and Yoda was the pre-flop aggressor here too.
100.
Not only is it, mathematically less likely that Yoda has a jack, if he had a hand, if he did have the jack, he'd probably check. I don't think he'd be betting
No, fair enough. I
10s,
think
7s, 8s,
exactly.
anything like there.
I think he checks a jack there. He bet exactly half the pot. He bet 100. The pot was 2. So now, after Tony
Get
makes
chips
the
on
call,
11,
400
please.
in the pot, and Yoda's gonna check it to Tony,
And Tony's going to show down the 6s.
and Tony's gonna take it.
Good little hand for Tony there. Sniffing that one out on the turn.
Oh, I didn't see MH on the stack size there for a minute. I was like, oh my god, did my mule leave? No, he's just reloading. He's reloading so he can get even more money and win my prop bet here.
Aces Ron, welcome to the chat box.
700? Reload 700.
I'm alive. Not by much, but I'm alive.
Barely. There's a pulse. Alright, Yoda's gonna get out of there. Tony's gonna get out of there.
MH reloads.
MH and reloading folds. Rick doesn't have kings, so he's clearly gone.
Raise.
Anthony with the ace jack.
Ace jack here. We're gonna see a little small raise here, a little pot builder. Dominic's gonna call. And the other guy's gonna get out of the way. So we got a heads up, going to the flop, ace jack and king. Right there. Dominic picks up the king, top pair.
Bet 30. Raise 75 points.
Anthony bets and Dominic raises to 75. Dominic does not like getting drawn out on him. We saw him make a pot size bet with top set earlier. Makes top pair there, raises Anthony out of the pot.
And again, it's not a scary board. King 4 deuce rainbow. That's almost like it was before. It was just it's
Super
total,
broken.
Yeah, total spread board. Yeah.
Once again, I think it's in that spot where we talk about where I think all you're going to do is get worse to fold and better to call.
Well, it's one of those things where I mean, if you do get drawn out on, he's at least gonna make it expensive for you. I mean, you're gonna have to pay to get there. That's for sure.
I guess, yeah, sure. You're betting perfection.
Yeah, you're betting.
Raise 20 total.
And Brandon's gonna get out of there. And Chris is just gonna take it down. Jack 10, one of my faves.
Faces Ron asks where Veronica is tonight. God knows what she's up to. It's her anniversary?
Her anniversary, yes, with her husband, absolutely.
Happy
or
anniversary,
her boyfriend,
Val.
I'm not sure, one or the other.
One of the two.
So yeah, sorry, all you guys who stalk Veronica, she actually does have a husband who's real, and he's in the Air Force, supposedly. I don't know, she's really good at Photoshop. She probably just photoshopped
He
a
is
bunch of
top
pictures.
10.
I know, yeah.
Is that Val Kilmer?
Well, he could attack you with like a $2 million fighter plane, so just be careful where
Yeah,
you
watch
tread.
it. Watch it.
Drake in the chat room, hey, how's it going?
Always good to have Drake RX.
No, I'm good. Whatever you guys are doing, I don't know.
Chris here, 2200. Chip leader currently at the table.
So this is what I like to see. Everyone's sitting pretty deep. The short stack there it's got like 830. I mean, it's a 5-5 game.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's trying to milk, a $200 stack here.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I mean, 830 is not. I mean, it's not something. Even if I'm chip leader with 2200, that's not like I'm trying to. 830 is not exactly small. I'm not trying to give that away.
Sean raises a 25 with a 7-8 off. Takes down the pot.
Good enough to take it.
This Saturday, Stone Survivor Series, we playing 2-5 Get your bios in, get your hours in,
All of you.
win a tournament, get in the game. Free roll, a chance to the main event.
Literally free money. I mean, even more free than playing Omaha against Justin. I mean,
And that's a lot of free money.
that's super free money. That's like paying me to take your money. Just do it. Get in there. Hey, Rick with Kings, number 3, third time for Rick.
God.
Every time. That's 3 tonight. Rick is on fire. Okay, so I just want to ask Rick, where'd you get the Kings magnet? Was it on eBay? Where'd you get it? Because I definitely need to get me one.
Is that the King of Spades with the sleeve I see there?
Exactly. He plays with 53 cards, so
Yeah.
he's always got a bit of an edge.
Call 25. And call 25. 4 players.
Rick just calls. Brandon with 4s.
Dirty.
Oh, of course he sees the ace. You know, this might end up saving Rick some money here. Just making the call instead of getting half to flop. He could have taken it down too. I think Rick's thinking nobody will believe I have Kings again.
Right?
Now checked around the flop. Checked around twice.
It's all checking through. Anthony's got the best hand.
And Rick, yeah, Rick's checking all the way down. He is not falling for it. He is not going to put
And
money
I
in
think
there.
it's a good check down from
Yeah,
Anthony.
absolutely.
Because you're only, once again, you're never going to get better to call you.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Ace deuce.
I mean, paired board and the 1 over you don't want to see. You just not let them right there. And it wasn't like it was a huge amount pre-flop, so somebody could have very likely had an 8 or at least an ace weak kicker like we saw.
Yeah. For sure.
A lot of aces.
Faux show.
Yeah, it's fun raising and seeing
This Wednesday, before our Survivor Series, is our Veronica and Friends game.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's
Veronica
going to be a
and
lot of
Friends
fun.
this Wednesday.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So obviously Veronica is not commentating.
No.
No, she's not. She's in it. Now you get to watch her play. Now you get to watch Veronica bluff off all of her chips live.
That'll be a good game. There'll be some players in that game. You'll have fun. It's so funny. It was like because it's Veronica and Friends, and I was looking at the lineup, and I was trying to find my name, and I was like, "Well, Veronica," and she's like, "No." She's like, "What does that say?" I'm like, "It says Veronica and Friends." She's yeah, it doesn't say Veronica and Acquaintances, does it? And then I like curled up like a fetal position,
Yeah.
and she hit me with a shoe.
Oh, God. It wasn't bad enough already? Then she
It was
beats you?
like really rough. Like yeah, she like rubbed my face in the list. I was like,
Well,
yeah, that doesn't say.
honestly, you only really beat your friends with a shoe, so I think you still qualify.
I'm still a friend.
for the
Okay, I feel
friends
good. She gives me that kind of attention. I must be a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like playing her game friend, but I can get beat with a shoe.
Look
Sort
at
of a friend.
this. Queen 9, 9's for Rick. Flops a set. Case 9. King, Queen, Chris, top pair. All sorts of fun stuff here. We're going to see how this unfolds. Chris is going to fire out 75.
Rick. All Rick does is make big hands.
Rick, that's all he's doing, man. Even if it's not Kings, at least he's getting there every time.
Vocal Terror asked if anyone can get in the Veronica game. Yeah, you can. You just gotta be friends with Veronica.
Which is actually, it's not as easy as it sounds, believe it or not. She's very picky.
Yeah, she's hard to tolerate.
You like how we do it when she's not here to fight back, literally?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. All right, so it looks like Rick's gonna fill up here on the turn. Paired board.
Now Chris is thinking there's no re-raise, so Rick probably doesn't have Ace King. So King Queen is gonna be good a lot of the times.
And I don't think Chris is obviously, I don't think Chris is putting Rick on a 7 either. So, and I don't think either of those flush draws necessarily matter. You know, in Chris's eyes.
Now the Jack might change things up for Chris. That's one of the hands that might make sense for Rick to have with King Jack.
Yeah, and Chris here, I mean, his kicker still plays, so it's not one of those scenarios where the board double pairs and now you chop with the kicker on the board. I think Chris, let's see here. So Chris is going to fire out. I was going to say Chris is going to value bet, essentially.
Chris checks and Rick's gonna...
He's going to get an awakening from Rick right here. That's where he's really at in the hand.
Bet 325.
3 1/4 from Rick. Chris can beat nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think he believes that Rick would bet King 10 here. You can't beat Ace King, even though it's unlikely he has Ace King. There was no
Yeah,
re-raise.
and you can't beat
you can't beat King Jack.
some weird, super awkward chance. You got running clubs. You can't beat that either. And
He can beat a busted diamond draw, and that's about it.
he correctly folds. Good fold, Chris. And Rick, just chip magnet, king's magnet, pocket pair magnet. Must be nice.
Did I say Anthony earlier? I thought I said Rick. Did I say that earlier?
Oh man, God, no. How do I not pick Rick when we've already? I think by the time we made that bet, we already saw him get kings twice. How do I not pick Rick? I'm
We're the worst.
I'm the worst donk ever. So bad.
Yeah, if you want to get in the Veronica and Friends game, just hit up Veronica and I'll put out her personal number right now.
Yeah,
One
absolutely.
second.
Flash it up there. Make sure you put her address too, because she likes to talk in person.
Yeah, she likes-
just, and she doesn't like when
Very
you call
face to
first.
face,
Just
yeah.
show up and knock the door.
Yeah.
As long as you bring wine, you know.
Yeah, rock and roll. Go for it. It's good.
Turn it up.
Rick's back up to his old ways.
Paul in the dealer seat. Action dealer Paul.
60
People are watching catch up to my game.
Anthony picks up 10s. He puts in a re-raise.
Switch on Twitch.
Brandon, who put in a $15 straddle, or he raised 15 under the gun.
That was fun. Last week.
Right now, Brandon.
I think Brandon raised 15 under the gun. If that's the case, I'm not too in love with Anthony's re-raise there. If it was $15 straddle, then I love it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think 10 spares amazingly well against under the gun opens
If he has
and
under the
3-bet pots.
Of course, yeah. Well, then, if he comes back over the top of you with 10s, then you have an
Well, 10's spared pretty well right now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's
Jack
all,
10-3.
It's like, you feel so much better about it when you actually get one out there on the board. So right off the bat, I don't think you can put Brandon on jacks, which is the only thing that would beat him right now. So I think he's just thinking about it, you know, value extraction right now. And we're not going to see anything.
Brandon's got 7s.
Oh no, he's spreading his cards. There we go. Okay, 7s. Yeah, and we're still not going to see.
So Veronica says Dick's tweet me. So you heard it, guys.
Just got to tweet her.
She got a tweeter. She wants.
If you want to be her friend, you just got to tweet her.
She wants Dick's a tweeter.
Like shit, I just got flatted by a winner here. That's a case set.
Roger.
Stones. Come here for the game. Stay for the water.
Hardwood and coffee.
It's-
a couple reaches.
Live 10 out of Yoda.
Yeah. That's a case 10. Well, Jack comes
Anthony's feeling it.
30 total.
Then we get 30 to go with a 5-4 of hearts.
Your mule's getting crafty now. He's like, I'm in.
Hey, yeah.
4 or 5 hearts, I'm in. I haven't seen my guy MH here play a hand in a while. I think I might owe you that
He had
cat.
aces a while ago.
I think I might owe you that cat. Oh, I remember aces. Yeah. Oh, did he have aces?
Oh,
Thanks
yeah,
for that. The one where he gave away his stack. Appreciate it. 8-9 gutter ball on the flop there for Yoda.
Bet 35. What's up, Mike?
And Anthony's going to bet 35 here. The original pre-flop aggressor. So Yoda's going to believe him. He's going to take it down.
He'll give Anthony credit for a pair.
Yeah, give Anthony credit for
Lay down.
something better than, 9 high. So
My Jack 10 was good there.
What's that? Get Jack 10?
MH has just enough. Hey, one double up, and my mule's right back in it. So you calm down. Calm down. Hey, if he could just get aces again and not go up against the set.
And not running the sets. That's the
you
key
know.
thing with aces. Not running the sets. Or two pairs.
He played it. I would have played my hand. Jack 10 would have been
Call time? Call time?
Jack 10 would have been drawing.
Veronica, she loves us so much.
If by love you mean hate, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. But I think when she says hate, she means love.
Yeah.
She's kind of bipolar, so
She's a very sarcastic human being.
Oh, her sarcasm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's just got a big head because she has her own name, Veronica and Friends.
Right. She's not shit.
All right, so hey, my mule's gonna flop top pair with an ace here. Tony's gonna get second pair with a jack.
Play check. Play check. Play check.
Club on the turn.
Checking around.
Play check.
Gives Tony the nut flush draw.
Play back.
Go along with a pair of jacks. Checks through 7 on the river.
Raise 10.
I love it. Does Brandon bet 5?
Brandon flicks a nickel in.
All the time.
I love
That's
it.
a nickel with his pair of kings.
I respect it.
And Tony makes it 2 nickels.
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
raises the 10 square
I
jack.
love the mind games here. Like they're all laughing at just like this is where it's at.
MH flats the ace. Bet 5 raised to 10.
I love it. He's like, how do you not fold for that? How do you not fold for $5?
Brandon bets 5 with pair of kings.
You know what he was doing? He was getting back my prop bet with you.
Yeah.
He was saving that 5 for me.
So you'll be your big one. You got so many other weapons.
All right, MH first to act. He's going to give it up here. Rick doesn't wake up with a set pre-flop or kings or any of the above, so he's gone.
Call them. Call them.
Sean over there, Jack 9. He's going to get it in there.
He'll flop top
Service
2 and check it
on
down.
11, please.
Oh,
Players, call
gosh,
time.
man.
No, I love Sean. I love Sean.
No, see all the salt shakers in the chat? That is just some salt in the wound. Just put it right on there.
Yeah. I love Sean. He's got to extract more value when he makes the best. When he makes the best hand, so we'll see what he does
And
here.
right here, boom, Jack 9. Flops top pair for Sean.
Call 20.
With the best in running club we can get you.
Heads up.
Yoda bets 20, Sean calls. Turn, no help. Option on Yoda first, he's gonna fire, maybe looks like 60 perhaps, something like that.
45 is the bet.
Yoda's not done.
Call them.
Yoda loves the pressure.
Yoda loves fire barrels, man. Alright.
Club.
And again, this completes some draws. It's an over for Sean, which he doesn't super like, but looks like Yoda checks, and I think Sean's gonna check here, yeah. So Sean's gonna take it. Yeah, everybody, in case you're not in the chat, chip denominations, whites are 100, greens are 25s, reds are 5s, and the blues are the dollars.
You ever find a oddball chips laying around the house?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, all
absolutely.
the time, yeah. It's like,
For sure. You're like, I don't even know. Yeah, so I have like a little glass where everywhere I play, I try to keep like a 1 and a 5. So I just have like a glass stack with random chips all over the place.
Yeah.
It's probably worth like a whopping $97.
Great. 20 total.
I like kings. My second favorite hand.
20. Call 20.
Sean, ace jack. Anthony's gonna make it ace to 20 with ace 10. Sean's gonna flat call here with ace jack.
Call 20.
Tony's got 5s. He'll call out of the small blind.
He's gonna call it. We're gonna see a flop here.
3-way.
Take it.
And nobody connects.
Full check. Player check.
King 9-8's gonna check through.
Check, over to Sean, checks it. Alright. Well, this opens up some potential here. This is gonna give Anthony a 10 with the top kicker. Sean picks up a gut shot straight draw. So they check it through.
Player check.
Sean's actually opening it. He misses.
Call 30.
Tony looks him up, a pair of 5s. Tony says, I'm not a believer.
Tony says, you know what? For $30 you have to make me a believer.
Call.
Yep, with 5.
Stay.
And he got, what? Anthony folded. What the shit?
What's happening? I don't even know how to play this game.
So, Sean prefers his river value bets when he has no pair,
Yes.
and likes checking back best hand.
Don't try to make a read on Sean. No, he's unreadable. Nobody can read Sean. He does what he wants.
He does his own thing.
It's my story. I do what I want.
I love Sean. I give Sean a hard time because he can take it. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to play with.
Take the 20.
I had a 10 last time.
Anthony makes it 20 to go with a 6-5 of spades. See, these are Anthony hands. See, this is what I love about Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony's very aggressive, and these are the kind of hands that he loves to play.
I like my hand to be called.
Heads up.
I love Anthony right under the gun too. Like just no hesitation. Boom. Let's make it 20.
8-7-7. Can't see Yoda's hand yet.
Bet 35.
No hesitation from Anthony. First to act, fires right out. Looks like 35.
He's 3 doors straight flush. You have to bet.
That's it. Easy money. 4 spades hits the turn. You guys are basically drawing dead here. Watch this. Let's see what happens. Oh, 5 on the turn actually gets a piece. Bets it to hit it. That's how you go poker, guys.
Hearts do complete. Anthony's gonna check it. Yoda's gonna check back a lot of time. Yoda.
Oh, and he
King
does
high
the other thing
hearts.
that makes that king high hearts for sure.
So Yoda will not be checking back. He will be betting.
Some value. I don't really think Anthony
can't call.
his hand. He's just doing it at this point. He knows it. Yeah, and he correctly laid it down. I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, when you have a hand like that, it's fun to get crafty with it, raise pre-flop, kind of disguise it, but you really have to be willing to just let it go. I mean, you know, you're like, hey, I'm going to go for it, and nobody's going to see it coming if it happens, but if it doesn't, it's just a null one on to the next one, you know?
So that's the leak in my game.
That's it. I never let it go. I just barrel all the way through. And as for an ocean card, I barrel that too.
I went bet. How does he call? Oh,
Oh, that's
because he
why.
had the nuts.
He's seen me playing before? Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. Nope, so.
Yoda waking up with a pair of 10s here. And my mule, MH over here with pocket jacks.
Raise.
With
35.
how MH has been running, I wouldn't be surprised if Yoda spikes a 10 right there on the flop.
Yeah, it's been running pretty cool for him.
Alright, so Yoda's going to make it 35. It's on MH here. He's thinking about what he wants to do.
Re-raise.
And he's going
110.
to re-raise it going up, I think maybe 80, is that what that is? Oh, 110. Going up to 110. Number 5 for Sean to call.
The New York references that you're gonna make it every time we raise.
Don't
Sean
see
says,
Sean.
Sean says, I'm no sucker, I'm out of here.
Last time it didn't work out so
Pair
well.
battle, it's on Yoda. He's just going to flat here. He flat calls.
Player check.
And 1 over for both of them. Both of them miss. 10s versus jacks.
Check.
Turns a 5, no improvement. Yoda's going to check it.
240 in the pot, and MH is reaching for chips.
You're going to see a bet of maybe, what, 100 and a quarter, something like that here.
That's what it looks like to me.
Solid bet. Slightly more than half. I mean, unless Yoda wants to get crafty, I mean, they both did check the flop. I mean, it could just be he couldn't put him on an air barrel like an ace-jack, ace-king, just trying to pick it up.
140.
And,
I think Yoda can check call here with the intention of check folding river.
Yeah, and he does.
Yeah.
And again, improves nobody, not really a scare card.
Check.
Check, yeah.
Jacks are good.
And my mule takes it. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Almost pulled out of the hole.
You had me like thinking, oh, this dude's gonna raise, he's gonna get you all sweating.
Small blind and big blind.
And there's some people in the chat are asking Waprai if he's gonna go to Coachella or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, no, I can't travel. I'm banned by the wife. Just, you know, honesty is the best policy. I can't. The wifey banned me.
Jimmy both asked how all us Californicators can live here but never seem to leave the house. I leave the house to come to the card room.
Yeah, I left the house once. I leave the house so we can get live streamed into your house, basically.
Absolutely. Now we're super lucky living out here in Cali.
Yeah.
God, how are you
And
doing so good?
like we talked about before, man. I mean, this is for not being a Vegas or a Reno type thing. This is a huge, great poker community.
Great poker.
Always action, you know, always good players, always a fresh pool of the not so good players as well.
Hey, 30 trouble.
Anthony makes it 30 to go out of the small blind.
Call big. Heads up.
Sean, who limped into Jack 10 off, he'll make the call. 9-7 forward.
Player check.
Inside straight draw for Sean.
40.
And Anthony checks it to him. Sean fires. He just
Check fold.
right now.
No C bet from Anthony with the king queen.
Thank you.
One step closer.
Getting a look at chip stacks there. Chris, he's got sitting on just about 2K. He took that big pot off Yoda. We made a set of threes.
And you see the cord there coming off of seats. Was it 7? So it's 6.
6?
Yeah, and you know what I like about that is that all the tables here have built-in USB chargers for your phone.
Yeah, it's
which
a
is
big,
great.
big plus.
So you literally
So you don't have to go back home.
Yeah, you never have to go back home. If you don't like it there, you can stay here as long as you want. We won't kick you out, I promise. Well, we might.
Come on.
If you're one of those friends of Veronica's, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You might get escorted hard by security.
90.
Rick makes it 20 to go. That's 5s. Anthony on the button. He's gonna make it 90 to go. Anthony knows that Rick is snug.
He does. And honestly, you know, Rick's gonna lay it down there, but I shit you not, if Rick had called, I would not be surprised if he spiked a set. He's running good. He's running well right now. So again, nice stack size for a 5-5 game.
Yeah, nice little game.
You know?
Well, yeah.
Brandon with the Kings.
Kings, and you know what? We've noticed a lot of the time is that when somebody has kings, almost every other time somebody's got like a king jack, king 10, like a tie card and under.
Brandon makes it 15 to go under the gun.
15 is such a small raise for these two.
I think he's really hoping that someone's going to come back over the top.
Which Dominic is probably going to more than oblige us here with jacks.
And he does.
We'll find out, yeah.
Dominic makes it 130, is that what I see? 125? 120?
5, buck and a quarter. And back over here to Brandon. I'm sorry, it's on Chris next to Brandon right now. Don't know what Chris has. He's going to get out of there. Now Brandon with kings. What is Brandon going to do? I don't think he wants to go too many players to a pot. He only did make it 15. So if he does a huge re-raise here, does Dominic sniff out a super large hand?
Brandon's in position, or Dominic's in position. He might call.
Just because of position alone. I think we're prepping possibly for a raise here, which we are. Re-raise.
380 total from Brandon.
And that is definitely an I'm not messing around bet from 15 to re-raise. And Dominic, correct. Oh,
Dominic gets away
Dominic
pretty
does
quick.
lay down. Yeah, absolutely.
Players, thank you very
Good
much.
fall, Dom.
Does anybody need service?
And you know what? I think that it's great actually with Brandon there. I mean, who knows what could have flopped out there? He could have just totally missed it. But with Brandon, I think that small bet of 15 got him paid by jacks re-raising. You know. Whereas most, because I think right there, if he makes it 25 or 30, I think jacks just maybe folds. Maybe.
Maybe.
I kept mine.
The world may never know.
Yeah, don't you know we're playing what ifs? That's how poker works. You just play what ifs. What if this happened? What if... Look, he's so happy. He's knocking over chips, looking for more pocket kings.
Super random. I'm not like this I don't travel off.
So,
Live 20.
Veronica and friends.
Do we know the full lineup yet? Do you know the players?
There's a big list. I know that. They might actually
She
get, like,
doesn't have that many friends. There can't be that big of a list.
there's not there's that many people that want to get in on the game. But
Oh, well, because it's free money.
Veronica's playing poker.
Yeah.
You get in the game.
I say free money, but I have free money for me I give to her, actually. All right, Yoda is going to raise to 20 here with King 4 suited. Anthony's going to call it.
Anthony puts in a 3-bet?
Did he? No.
Yeah,
Oh, we
and-
raised to 60, yeah.
60
and
with a
Dom,
10-8.
Dom quick calls it. Dominic can see one quick calls.
Yeah, I hear the Veronica's got an all ladies lineup for Wednesday.
Nice. That'll be fun to watch because you know
ladies.
I think poker is getting more and more traction among the female crowd because I mean it used to be a huge spread like 2% women and 98% guys, but I think that gap is growing a lot. You see a lot of like really good high stack players. I mean, the other night we were playing with the net and Veronica.
Yeah.
You know, it was two in our game right there.
So both Yoda and Dominic flop diamonds here. Anthony, who put in the 3-bet pre-flop, he's completely whiffed. Effectively, he actually has an inside straight draw or inside straight draw to the 9.
All right, call. Ooh, that is a scary. Nobody likes to see that card. Nobody here likes to see that card.
It's gonna be tough for Anthony to keep betting here.
But let's see here.
And Dominic.
Dominic fires out. Check to Dom. Fires out with a diamond draw. 200. Yeah, pretty much 190. It was half the pot. I mean, it was the pot. Pretty much. It was half the pot.
It was half pot bet, yeah. Yoda's got better diamonds. He's still got Anthony behind him too.
You know, in diamonds, you feel better about obviously drawing pure flush when the board's not paired. So that could definitely factor into this decision here. If I get it, is it still rough? Would it complete somebody else's full house?
He's gonna make the call and Anthony gets out of the way.
Heads up.
All right, flush
Heads up to the
flush.
river.
If diamond hits the river, this could get a little nasty.
King on the turn.
Yoda, who was ahead anyways, ends up picking up a king, and we're gonna have a showdown here. Check. And this is the point where Dominic is really glad he didn't get that last diamond, because he would have been forced to pretty much cry call there.
Yep.
Our meals are close. Did you see that? Like 769.50. You're in the lead there, just a little bit. MH is getting
Your
some
horse
chips.
had a bite in the barrel.
Whoa, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. It chips at the end.
He's got chips
You
at the end.
relax. You
All
relax.
right, I'm good with that. That's true. We didn't say who makes most money.
Brandon with ace king here. Small blind.
Badass Rip 1993. Welcome to the chat.
All right, option to Brandon, who is going to exercise it here
Raise at
possibly.
35.
And we're going to go up to 35. Dude's got a fun drawing hand. He's going to call. And this was Dominic possibly? Oh no, Dominic gets out. So
Dominic gets
heads
out.
up to the flop.
King 7-6, all diamonds.
Ooh, huge.
Brandon's got top pair and the nut diamond drawn. Yoda misses.
Wasn't sure if Brandon did like a celebration dance right there. He throws it out and then goes boom. And he's going to
DC bets takes down the clock.
premature celebration. Doing it.
More fun if you were 9-7 then. Not for me though, not yet.
It's gonna be good. Looking forward to the Survivor Series game this week. Curious to see how the lineup's gonna work out. Now that we got it through our first game, people are gonna see, and they know how the voting works. I don't know. I wonder if you have the same categories, different categories. Well, I don't know.
And I think the voting is going to start picking up, because I know last time I think the winning player had somewhere like 150 votes, something like that. 130, 150 votes. So I think from there, I think it's going to start gaining some traction, some popularity. We're going to get a lot more people voting.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think to win, the standard's going to go up. You have to get,
Progressively.
hundreds of votes.
Yeah.
One checks in the dark.
Anthony. No, he did not. I thought it showed that he stepped out with the 8 deuce there for a second. Dominic's got queens. He made it 40 to go free. Yoda called with his 5s.
And Tony called with deuce 4 here. Queens, looks like it checked around here.
4 keeps getting uglier for Dominic.
It does, but he does have a backup club there for Dom, so if another club falls on the river, he's not...
Does give him the nut club draw. Yo, Teach Yo. Welcome to the chat box, Daniela.
Heads up.
Oh wow, not the card he necessarily wanted to see on the river, but not horrid either. It does make 4 to a straight, bluffing potential here.
That one.
Tony's got second nut low.
And Tony's gonna fight. Yeah, Tony's got literally the second, and gets him to, what's it called? No.
Wow.
And he gets him to lay it down, the set of queens.
Dominic folds.
Well done, Tony. Literally second nut low. Did he show it? Well, they're gonna see it in 30 minutes.
You're going to see it in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, when you see Dominic jump across the table and beat the living pulp out
Yeah,
of
when Dominic's like, no!
we'll know why.
Stayed in the hole.
Thank you.
Gay Corpse. What's going on, man?
Or high.
Love Gay Corpse.
Good board.
I would rephrase that slightly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Yes, he folded. Hyde Smith, yes, he did. Yes, you did, Brett. Yes, you did. 4 cards to a straight. The flush was there, too.
Be Brandon, he only did 7 high, and he did 4 high.
If the pot was bigger and Tony really made a big bet, I think definitely you make an argument for folding the queens there. I mean, on the other side, I mean, after he goes check, check, and Tony leads the king of clubs on the turn,
5 players.
and he leads river, I mean, yeah, it's believable. Of course, we'd be calling him, if Tony had ace jack, and,
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say he could have.
and we'd be calling him a wizard.
He could have had a paint card with whatever he had. You know what I mean? And that could have easily been a jack. So
After it checks through, Tony could be betting king jack, ace jack,
yeah.
any card with
I'm not saying,
jack.
I'm
jack
not saying I like
clubs.
folding it, but I just you know.
Yeah, any flush. Risk averse, for sure.
Tony picks up some diamond draw here on the turn, and a gut shot.
Heads up.
Looks like we're gonna go heads up to the river here,
Diamonds.
and it does get there.
The Ute gets there.
Got 145. Got 145. Oh, not a bluff this time.
And Tony's gonna take it down.
So, yo teach yo, Daniela, what do I got to do to get some golf lessons? Because my game needs work.
Yeah, we call him the weed whacker. It's not pretty. He's the bushmaster, man. He's always searching for his balls out in the thick stuff.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty bad. I'd probably get better at golf if I golf more often, but the problem is I'd have to miss a blind.
I'd have to miss a blind. They'll only blind me off for so long, you know. So
Yeah.
that's not enough time for a round of golf, unfortunately.
Services here. Raise the 20. Not service. Alexa.
All right, another couple pocket pairs here. Tony with 10s, Rick with 6s. Chris is gonna raise it to 20. Yoda's gonna call with a fun little 5-deuce snapper hand there. Tony flat calls with 10s. Rick calls as well, and we're gonna see a flop.
Jack 7-4. Whiffs.
Yeah, total whiffs.
Tony's out in front with his pair of 10s.
Was all check to Tony.
That's 65.
Oh, no.
Chris is going to follow through here. I think Tony's got to call here to see at least one more card. Make sure that Chris actually has. Make him fire a couple barrels.
I think Justin's calling me out on my innuendos with what I said about you. How you're the bushmaster, always looking for your balls. When it comes to golf, of course.
And Chris hits a king.
%to win right now.
About 145.
Could have bet 145. Now I think Tony gets away pretty easy.
Yeah, I can't see Tony continuing this. Not especially over 2 overs at this point.
Maybe this is what I'm curious to see Chris bet again on the turn. I mean, we know he's got the best hand, and putting money in the pot when he has the best hand is good idea oftentimes. But the way the hand plays out, I mean, what's really your opponent calling you with? You know, I think.
Yeah, no, you're in trouble. If your opponent's calling you down, you're not liking it.
If you think maybe he's got like a stubborn hand, like or if he's got a hand like ace jack, something like that, perhaps. Maybe he just keeps going along.
Raise your 20.
Raise, popping it up. Looks like you're going to go with 20. All right, Brent's going to get 20 here with ace-9.
3 players.
Gets called by all the other junkie aces.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. It's Battle of Ace Rag here. Brandon connects, and against Ace 3, he's 99% to win.
30.
We're doing some catch up here on the animation.
Oh, Yoda called with a 7-8, actually. Wow.
Heads up.
Yoda's gonna float and pick up an open-ended straight draw on the turn.
He doesn't necessarily like that.
Now his plans changed. He now checks back.
Diamonds, he could do the diamond draw bluff, but it gets there though. We're gonna see. Brandon bets 20, Yoda 20 to call.
He checks, Yoda reaches for chips, and Brandon just folds.
Yeah.
Yoda didn't even have to put out a bet.
Nice. Isn't it sweet when the world just aligns like that? You don't have to really think about it.
So it's kind of interesting there. Yoda, who had floated the flop with the intention of taking it away on the turn, once he actually turns the draw, changes like, all right, playing over now, just realize our equity and get to the river.
Yeah, I know, I love
And
it.
then when he bricks and the diamond gets there, then goes back to flop and off the pot.
I feel like he completely changed his place several times throughout that hand. Like, this is what I'm here for. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this.
And ultimately, he gets Brandon to lay down the best hand.
Now, we just blessed some chips up there. Dominic on the short stack now with about 350. We might see some all-in action here from him in the near future.
Race to 15.
Tony makes it 15 to go with his King-Jack offsuit. Sean's going to call King-10 suited
Heads up, checking the dark.
after he limped under the gun.
Check.
Ooh, both of them
Players.
get a nice piece of that.
Checks through, and the queen on the turn makes Sean's hand. Tony's got top and second pair, or top and third pair. My bad.
The worst board pair ever. This hand just gets
it all
nasty.
checks through. How does
I blacked out. I don't know what happened. Maybe they're splitting it in the parking lot. I'm not sure.
these guys like buy action off each other? Like, what the?
If I buy a piece of your stack and his stack, and then I just kind of get away from them.
Save that last one. We all make mistakes.
In Tony's defense, he's checking back trying to get Sean to bluff the turn. Once the queen comes, he doesn't like it, and then he gets counterfeited on the river.
You're always going to get corrected by the person.
But Sean just
Go.
Yeah, yo.
is milking TV time. Yeah.
Waprai is talking about golf and telling a golf story over here. And I think it's funny because he says, oh, I shot a 66 on my own ball and this and that and everything else. For me, when I play golf, I don't measure in strokes. I measure in how many balls I lose.
Yeah.
So if I lose like less than one a hole, I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
it was
super great.
it was a 7-ball day. Like, oh right, nice. Yeah,
strong, dude. Like I only went through like 1 or 2 sleeves of the golf balls and that was it.
Solid.
I didn't have to go steal some more from the putting green down the street.
We raised at 90.
Yoda makes it 15 to go. King 9 of spades. Tony calls with the ace jack off. Rick calls jack 10 off. Sean with a king queen. Now, Sean will not call king queen out of the small blind.
Well, so Anthony actually rebased to 90.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
that
why.
makes
That's
sense.
why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Anthony,
Just with some fun hands.
my pony.
Yeah, your pony. You better hope your pony connects, or at least gets him off his hand here.
He's got position. He can't lose.
It's true. Well, he knows how to
Well,
play it.
he might lose now that Yoda made top 2.
Top 2 for Yoda. That's strong. It's gonna, and of course Yoda checks it into Anthony. Anthony's gonna c-bet here, and Yoda's liking his hand.
So here's what I need on Anthony's game. Anthony's the guy that's capable of making these moves. And had
Because
Yoda
Anthony
not,
could just as equally have a really solid hand there. You know,
and yeah, if Yoda's got a hand like pocket 5s, pocket 6s, this play is gonna work.
And
all the time.
Yoda's gonna pop here, I believe, and he's gonna make it 3 1/4. And really, I don't think there's anything Anthony can do here. I think he's basically
It's a
just kind of
pretty wet board. If Anthony feels that Yoda's making a play with some sort of a combo or some sort of flush or straight draw, he might have played back at him there. He does not.
and it's good he didn't. Could have been bad.
That's part where I level myself and like, oh, he's racing me with a draw.
Yeah. You're like, oh, come on. Watch me make the best play ever, and then you just like, you go all in and you just snap calls, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Hollywood. He's the best. Hey, well, he tried.
That's a term you hear every day in the poker room.
Hey, yeah.
Some crazy river. Yeah. How'd they get there? All right, I'm gonna leave you for approximately 3 minutes.
I can handle it.
Oh, then I'm gonna leave you for 4. I'm gonna leave you for an hour.
Don't leave me. I have abandonment issues. So a lot of players limping in here. Brandon's gonna check his option in the big blind. Limp party poker. King Jack 8, 2 hearts.
I'm not gonna eat it.
Brandon's made a pair of kings here.
I do like you adjust your cards.
Tony and Chris both have jacks.
Is that better? You checked already, right? You guys out?
Checks through and the 9 of diamonds falls on the turn. Still can't see Sean's hand.
That 15 C2.
Chris is going to take a stab at it with this pair of jacks. You got an easy call here for Brandon. Tony can't overcall with his pair of jacks. Sean will lecture someone about how good his hand was and how he can't believe it missed. No, I'm sorry, Brandon raised the 40. Wow. Surprised Brandon is raising there.
Seat open, table 11.
Brandon puts a condom on his cards and bets for protection.
Okay. Ooh, we're print fast, huh?
So this Wednesday, we got the Veronica and Friends game. It will be a 1-3, no one to hold them. I believe the list right now is all ladies. It is a deep list. That'll be a really fun night here at Stones Gambling Hall. Get down here, mix it up, and watch Veronica spew chips. It's going to be fun. And then this Saturday is our 2-5 Survivor Series game. Will be the second game in our Survivor Series, where we will be voting through a player, the second player, to play in our one-table sit-and-go, winner-take-all for a 10K WSOP main event seat. It's gonna be good. If you want to get in the game, play some hours, win a tournament, or you can submit your bio to Survivor. Make sure I give you guys the right information here. To Stones Survivor at Stones Gambling Hall. Submit a bio and get in the game. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Not too much.
All clubs on the turn. Brandon has the ace of clubs, and he's got the board on lockdown.
Normally,
That's 50, and no one else can play with him.
What? Oh, yeah.
well, I mean,
Shows the ace king.
Yoda chowing down on some Stones food. Delicious food here, guys, by the way. If you come visit the ring, all the players get a sweet little players menu with awesome discounts.
Yeah.
I really haven't had anything on the menu that's not tasty, to be honest with you. So
I had I went from having, I used to get the Caesar salad regularly, then I went to the Greek salad, which I thought was even better, and then the Thai salad. I had a Thai salad the other night, that's bomb.
I haven't had the Thai one. I just for dinner. I just had the balsamic vinegar chicken salad. The
Yeah,
chicken salad
that's
or
good.
whatever. That was good.
It's legit. A couple guys in the booth tossing up some salads.
That's it. Classic.
Classic.
They're really good at it though.
Yeah, for sure. MH is gonna limp in.
Watt probably wants to know what you thought about the Saturday game here.
I thought it was great.
I
was really
liked Watt Brad's shirt.
Watt Brad had a great shirt on. And he made a great call with King High.
Yes,
Great call with King
that
High.
was awesome actually. That was really cool.
Sean makes it 25 to go, the 9-8 off. It was great 'cause we saw like a whole new dynamic of players, you know, that we don't normally see. One, it's 1-3, and two players that had a couple players got in via the tournaments, a couple players who split, or some of the cash grinders we saw, Cobra, Robert White, guys like that, and people that submitted some bios coming from out of town. Igor came in, some great action.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, and I think we're only going to see more.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, the 7-3 hand. We saw it, Anthony. You killed me. You're my horse.
Tell me I shouldn't have got through though.
It's gotta get through, right?
I totally do. And I didn't even want to cut the flop, and I was like, how do I not?
I love it.
No, you have to put the flop. He just happened to spike top 2.
Yeah, we got Anthony coming over to stop by the booth, giving his recap.
Anthony, he just saw the 7-3 hand that he played. Went back and... Yeah, I know, the Survivor Series. So yeah, this weekend at 2-5. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think the Survivor Series, I think it's only going to, like I said, it's only going to get better. There's going to be more people voting, more people watching. But I think the dynamics are going to be, it's cool because it's going to be different all the time. It's different every game because of the players and the game type and the game style. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You get tournament players playing cash games.
Between that and the Veronica and Friends and the final tables of the tournaments, I mean, there's a lot
coming up here.
Really
a lot of good stuff on the schedule. A lot of good stuff on the schedule.
Got some action.
Raise to 20.
It's very entertaining. Peter jumping in the game.
Oh, yeah. New player.
You're
Get in there.
Anthony makes it 20 to go. Ace jack off.
And Peter's no stranger to the live stream. At all.
No stranger at all. Sean will... A lot of theatrics before he will fold the Queen 9. Brandon gets out of the way. Yoda folds the button. No love for Anthony with the ace jack. Takes down the pot. There's worse results. Yeah, Cobra on Saturday, he owned some souls. He did. Cobra just
And the funny thing about it is,
beat the game like a cheap drum.
Yeah, and you guys brought this up too, which is that's a much smaller level than Cobra's used to play.
Yes.
And you have this kind of mental block that can happen when you are used to playing at a higher level and you play small. You're like, it's only $20 or it's only $10, and you can really just start hemorrhaging cash like that. And he did a great job of doing the exact opposite.
Yeah.
He did micro building and he did well.
Yeah.
It's a pretty ground product.
Cobra's crushed it.
Cobra makes up for his lack of mobility with his penchant for devouring souls, says Gay Corpse, and he devours souls and chips.
We raised to 40.
So Peter opens for 20, and Sean min raises right behind him with a 4-3 of spades. Tony's got 7s on the button. He'll make the call. MH now.
And gives a little bow too.
Ace King is going to just call. Out of position, I would have much rather seen a 4-bet there.
Oh, absolutely.
From
I would say
MH.
raise, especially because you have position.
And Sean, he's done a lot of weird stuff tonight.
So Sean gets a piece of it with the 4. Tony still got a 7s. Ace King whiffs it. Jack 9. Peter's gonna flop top pair there. Welcome to the game, Peter.
It checks over to Sean. He bets 90. Tony might not feel bad about a 7s here, but he's going to think better of it and get out of the way. MH, it turns out, will save chips by not 4-betting the Ace King. He'll fold.
And Peter looks like he's going to look him up with his Jack.
Now,
This doesn't concern me. So this doesn't concern me, sir.
Gate Corp says Yoda for something.
Yeah, anything. Vote him for something.
Oh, 7 on the turn. And Tony Uke is going to kick himself in the dick.
thing I want.
I probably shouldn't say that on the stream, but...
No, but it's allowed.
Oh, and
when
Sean
that happens,
gets
it's
there.
allowed. Of course he does. Oh no, and the wrong time for Peter to start betting. That's unfortunate.
And now Peter goes for value.
Yeah, that's tough. I think if Peter fires the turn there, I think he's got a pretty good chance of blowing Sean off this. But now he's going to see a raise from Sean, and you know, especially just sitting down at the table too. It's not like he has a huge dynamic of history with these guys, unless he was already watching the live stream before he sat down.
It's gotta be 240. Raise it 240.
Peter gets away pretty easily. Does not pay off Sean.
Can't pay for that.
And there's Justin making a cameo again, sticking his tongue out at people. Not appropriate, Justin.
Yeah.
Very inappropriate.
Sean,
K Corp says pot control backfire.
see what I laid down. No, you're gonna go to yourself.
Every now and then they get there. So on the downside for Sean, he now had a table that. Oh no, the table he didn't get table. That's good for Sean. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was gonna table that he's re-raising 3-4.
That plays. Chips on 11, please.
Next time.
You have a card, no, I have. I was watching for the one.
As was I.
Raise the 25.
Peter, right back at it.
Boom. Queen Jack. Peter's gonna make it 25 right there under the gun.
Chips on 11, please.
Yoda's got the 9-10 off and position. He'll make the call. Anthony in the big blind. Ace Jack off.
1,000 back.
A lot of better connecting cards depending on where this flop goes. Oh, whiff city, whiff central, everybody just whiff, whiff, whiff. Anthony with the best over here with ace high.
Check through. Jack on the turn hits Anthony and Peter.
75.
Anthony checks, Peter bets 75. Yoda has got an inside straight draw. Double gut shot. Yoda will make a straight. Yoda will not play his double gut shot.
Double gutter.
Heads up.
And Anthony's gonna.
He called this hand.
I feel like he's gonna make it here. Oh no, he doesn't.
King. I think it's gonna be an easy check call for Anthony if Peter does decide to. If Peter does decide to bet.
Well, since everybody checked the flop, I think you're right. I totally agree with you. Yep.
Check, check, and Anthony takes down the pot.
Nice hand.
So, off subject, I got my today's tax day.
Yes, not a problem.
I did my taxes. I paid taxes.
I mean, real quick, so like you waited until
I was gonna let him wait.
you waited until the absolute like 11th hour,
Yes,
13th hour.
exactly. And I knew that I owed. It was just poker. As much as I love poker, poker crushed me this year. There's a couple tournament scores.
It was the tournament.
The W2Gs. It just, God. I wrote off. I mean, a lot, but it just.
You write up whatever you can.
I mean,
and then you just cry about the rest.
Yeah. And it's just.
You know, I wouldn't mind that if they subsidized my buy-in with those same taxes. Uncle Sam's like, hey, we're gonna back you. We're gonna buy some of your action. Wouldn't be the worst thing for them.
Oh, it was gross.
Yeah, taxes are never fun. The first thing about taxes, everybody looks at you and says, "Oh, how much you get back?" And you just laugh.
Like, oh, you're getting money
Get back? You guys get rebates?
Wow.
Rebates are great.
Yeah, that was. That is sick.
Gay Corpse is basically saying that it hurts less than it should.
You can do it quarterly. Yeah.
It still hurts. It's he actually is a more of a duct tape rip-off all at once kind of guy, so he just likes to do it all at once.
I had mine stuck on my shoe for years.
Find out. I mean, I don't know. I should do whatever I want. We're all in America. We're all about our thing.
Yeah. The real problem was I didn't have any like thing that was like really winning. I mean it was always like it was like 4 or 5 like little scores like just over 5K, so you get taxed. But it's like nothing like I hadn't hit anything like 30, 40.
Yeah,
you know, like you're like okay, I'm gonna get a W2G, but it was worth it.
It so adds up, and especially over the time, it basically just absorbs into your overall bank account, bankroll, et cetera, et cetera. Then at the end of the year, they're like, oh yeah, you owe us thousands of dollars. You're like, really?
But why is that is?
Are you sure? Trying to get a recap. All right, Sean way up before is the big blind. Yoda's going to make it 25 here with 8-10 off. Tony's got a flat call here, King Jack suited, and Sean's also going to call. And right there, no hesitation.
Bottom set for Sean. He's got to hope someone's got that ace or a diamond draw, and no one does, unfortunately.
Yeah, not much to get paid off, that's the problem. Yoda's going to bet 45, and Sean's going to flat call here.
Now the best thing for Sean in the world would be if a diamond fell, because Yoda is, and there's a diamond. Yoda's the guy who might rep it.
He might, but that's also going to slow down Sean. Oh, that's
and 4 diamonds.
Sean. And this is a spot for Yoda to rep. I think he might have had to bet a little more there. That might work though. Pot's 170. He bet 100. Oh, he bet 50.
I'm a few seconds behind.
Sean makes a call. Oh, Yoda. Veronica is still in the chat box. She picks up on my what is this is. Every time she tunes in, someone has a set. Yes, Veronica, you're not here and there's action.
Yeah, I hear you, press suit. I just moved the mic a little closer, so get some more action in there for you.
And then salt.
Just yelled.
Closer.
Hello.
There we go. Nice. I have that soft voice.
Spoiled my party.
Are you talking about the hand with the two spoiled?
Spoiled my party. I really liked it because I was rubbing it in on this guy. I know. Like, that's cool. I was hoping Snake could see
I don't even know what's happening with these guys.
Yeah, there's just a couple of our stacks are gone.
Like,
Just like drinking, eating, next hand. Let's see where this goes.
So Anthony's now on the short stack. There's my pony.
Yeah, but look, he's only 35 behind us. So it's so close. We picked like the closest race ever.
Who's gonna lose less?
With 40 minutes to go. Is anybody's blind game at this point?
Like I took his $5.
Wow.
Tennis.
Rick's out of there. Anthony was 7-5. He's coming in. He's coming in for a pop. Make it 20.
Jack of clubs, 6 of spades exposed. Jack of clubs, 6 of spades, raise these 20.
I think they chopped that blind versus blind. I don't think he folded ace 5 off blind versus blind. Yoda makes a call, 9-8 suited. Clock hangs down, 3-6-6. Anthony's gonna put in a C-bet. Yoda is gonna check call. He picks up hearts on the turn. It's a good card for Anthony to double barrel. He will.
And Yoda floated before. Let's see what he does now. I think he makes the call. Makes the call.
And that's going to slow down Anthony. After Yoda goes check call.
Oof. Let's see here. Yoda checks. Yeah, check the river. I think he had potential to take it away there and kind of represent a 6, but I think it's just game over here at this point.
And Anthony bets 115
and your mule gets chips. Damn it.
Pulls ahead. This Wednesday, Veronica and Friends, 1-3, no limit hold'em. Gonna be a messy, messy game.
Oh, it is. It's gonna be entertaining to say the least.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited. And this Saturday, Survivor Series, our second game. We pick our second player to get into our single table sit and go for a main event C. Get in the game.
Submit a bio. How? What's the cutoff time for the bio? Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday at noon, and
Wednesday at
submit the
noon.
bio to Stone Survivor at stonesgamblingHall.com.
Sweet.
Ship it.
And we'll be reading them, guys. We'll know. We'll know it's you. When you're like, yeah, I was that dance from the all-mail review. I'm like, I know who that is. I know who that is. Thunder Down Under for sure.
Sean makes it 15 to go, king 10 off. MH has got a better king in the big line. We know he's going to defend. Yoda called on the button as well. Queen 8-5, rainbow.
Yeah. Whiff City. I don't know what Yoda has.
Yoda's got position. That's the nuts.
Oh, there we go. That's a fun little one. It opens up some potential here. Some betting potential.
Everyone turns a gut shot. Still don't know what Yoda has.
Everyone turns a gut shot.
Sean bets 25.
Whiff City. I mean, I like Yoda's hand right now. Even blind, I like Yoda's hand. I'll take it.
Yeah, I know.
Sean's doing the look fold. Ace Deuce.
Ace Deuce.
He was good the whole time.
Yoda.
Slow rolling the high-low.
Yoda.
I didn't want to see ace on the flop.
How many runs?
It's just one. It's alright.
Oh, and something that we haven't mentioned yet, but on our live stream, you can run it up to 3 times.
You can.
Up to 3 times.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, we haven't had any big, splashy, messy,
Yeah.
get it in free.
I think that's generally where it happens is just, the complete shit show pops. That's where we need to run it a few times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for those of you, are that coming up in that 1-3 game, 1-3 is so great because, I mean, the game starts out with like 500 stacks. We're up to 500 stacks. Play table stakes after that. But if you get it in a big messy pot like that, you can run it 3 times. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it helps balance out the odds.
Yeah,
so you don't just take the one nasty beat.
1-6, super cooler. Although if I would have called off those bad those kings,
Gosh,
oh my God.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's
Results-oriented.
worse. I swear, when are you gonna let yourself live that down?
I don't know, right?
No.
It's I mean, it was a good fold, but results oriented. I should have got there. Reno Grinder in the chat.
I think you bring that up as often as Rick in the stream gets kings. Speaking of fun pairs, Sean's actually woke up with queens here.
Reno Grinder, you gonna try to bink a seat in the main event here? You're gonna try to get in the Survivor Series?
Yeah.
It's the main event. How do you? No. Oh, what's up? No, sorry.
Let's see here. Good.
I kind of spazzed there for a minute.
Yoda race to 20, going to the flop. 3 players. Jack high board. Right now, Sean's queens are the best that we can see. Yoda's gonna fire out 40. And let's see here.
Raise to 85.
We got a raise here from Sean. 85. Yoda's going to get away. And so is Tony. Best hand to win?
And
Is that allowed? Best hand wins?
From time to time. Checking the raise is permitted. The main event.
well, you want
it's
somebody to have ace jack there, huh?
when is the main? It's June 7th.
Oh, the Stone Survivor Series?
No. It's a. I don't know if you've heard of Adam. We're talking to Reno Grinder in the chat box. We're giving away a seat, giving away a 10K seat to the WSOP main event. I think it starts June 7th is when the actual WSOP main event. No.
I hope not, because
No.
our single table tournament here is going to
that's
be
why I
June
was-
18th, so it might be end of June, early July.
July.
Early July.
Yeah, July.
Early July. So our final table, guys, is going to be every week, every Saturday leading
Yeah,
up
wow.
to our final
way
table,
off.
which is going to be June 18th.
Yeah.
And really, I'm looking at that play out of games. I'd watch it. You better watch all those because they're going to be some fun games. There's a lot of games going on, a lot of dynamics, a lot of different ranges.
So yeah, we're giving our Survivor Series. We're giving away. Sorry, let's hand play out.
10 Jack flops a Stone Cold joint. Tony does.
I looked at one part.
Right there. Nobody's got a hard draw. Tony fires it out. 25. And Peter's going to get out of the gut shot.
Heads up.
Yoda's got the same gut shot. He's going to continue. Hoping for that Jack. Or maybe another hard turn to open things up for him.
Tony flopped the nuts.
And wow, he hits both right in between the eyes. That puts Yoda way ahead.
That's 60.
Yoda's now free rolling with the King of Hearts.
Free rolling everything. Brutal. That's just a brutal turn. That's a brutal turn for
Raised to 175.
yeah, nutter gutter and nails it right up the center. And he's gonna flat call here. And the problem is, almost no matter what peels off, I think he's gonna get paid. Yeah, it doesn't really matter here. And even if it was a heart, depending on the bet sizing, I think Tony's still gonna call. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's going to. He's just paying Yoda at this point. Oh yeah, he sees it. That's rough.
Sick.
I thought you had a flash.
Yeah, I thought you had a flash. You said that, I was
Yeah,
like,
see, I think at first, I think Tony thought that he chopped it. He's like, okay, cool, you got a 10, sweet. And then he saw the king, he's like, oh.
Heartbreaker. So for those of you who don't know about our Survivor Series, we'll be streaming cash games on Saturdays where
Service at 11,
we will be
please.
voting and picking one player out of each cash game to put into a single table sit and go to win a main event seat.
Yeah, every week, and as long as you're in the game, it doesn't matter how you do, it all goes on votes. So make sure you get on your social media, get on your Twitter account, tell all your friends to watch and vote for you. You get one vote per IP address. So if you have a cell phone there that's not on Wi-Fi, that counts as one. A home computer counts as one. So you can get in a couple votes there. So definitely vote for your favorite players. There's different categories that change every half hour, from best dressed to craziest guy to tightest guy to best player to I just want that person to win, whatever. But just vote. Vote and be part of it because it's always a good time.
I thought he turned it over. I thought he had the blood. Jack had the blood.
so,
You know, the way he reacted.
I played with one card, so I'm just gonna have to do the heart. Another heart for flop.
Thanks for picking blinds up.
Right, little dealer change, fresh action.
Yeah, I think so because I had
So you're the
stacks
button?
and now two down. Yeah.
Do you find that you have? I mean, I know. You know, does it?
I'm ready to hit you with. I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
You don't. I don't think you do. Okay. Do you find that you have like specific dealers that? Just like treating you well. Oh, you are treating me bad.
No, I don't believe in luck, any of that garbage.
You don't wear like the same pair of socks backwards for good luck for a week and a half or something. No, that's just me.
No.
Yeah, no, exactly. Everybody's rotated ones, inside out ones. Yeah, I like to wear my thumbs backwards as well.
Yeah, no, I don't care who's dealing. I mean, the only times that I mind the dealers is if the dealer, one of the players interacts a lot with the players, and as long as you know they're being cool with everyone and not like talking about the hand or like players should read your own hand. So I've seen spots where like Lord will be a 4-card straight and it'll go like it'll check and then someone will call and they do like, all right, who's got the 10? You know, like no, hey, players will read their own hands. Other than that, I don't care who's dealing. I can play bad for anybody.
I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna build a pop build up.
Yeah. Can I cheer?
Yes.
Raise, call. 5, 10.
So back to my question, Adam, are you gonna try to free roll a seat into the WSOP main
No, I'm
event?
not even looking at that.
You have to, right?
3
You
bet.
have to. You gotta give it a shot.
Free
At
money.
least write a bio. You write a bio. If nothing else, you got a cool little bio about yourself.
Yoda raised to 18 with his ace king. How did he raise? No, he raised to 20.
And pocket 10s again here, Anthony. And we're gonna go with flop. King right there on the board for ace king.
My 3 is good.
Oh, graphic fact checks. It's actually 15, not 18.
Check.
There we go.
Bet.
All these hands still in like this little family pot
Raise.
right here.
3 bet.
Flush draw for Sean.
Call.
No heart for Rick. Can I keep my 3?
Call.
4 out there or something?
Triple heart so I can fold.
Call. There we go. 6 players.
Call,
Sorry.
call.
There you go.
Hey, look, everybody wants a piece of this.
6 players.
6 players going to the turn.
Check.
Jack of diamonds.
Check. Check. Check.
And Yoda's still way out in front.
Yeah, Yoda's still with the
Five.
best.
There it is.
That's really close.
Can't believe Yoda checks there. I mean, I know there's a lot of players in there, but
All right, pick you.
234 in the
Check.
pot.
Check.
You got some checks.
Check.
One pair.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Yoda's gonna
Okay,
check
okay,
too.
shut down. Ace king.
Oh man, I'm glad he would have
Kings with an ace.
Look at this shit. I hate living.
And Yoda's gonna skip the spot. They're like, well, yeah, of course that's the best hand. Why would you think that was the best hand?
Free money.
So if you're trying to get through Rhino Grinder, just submit your bio, make sure by Wednesday at noon,
Thank you, Joe.
get voted into the game. It goes for all of you guys.
Yoda held up with ace king.
Yoda's had some interesting play tonight. I mean, all over as far as like,
Yeah, it's been all over the map tonight. It really has been all over the map. Interesting dynamic with Yoda and all the hands. There's a lot of pressure on a lot of players.
some interesting dynamic from Sean. Rick just is like a pocket pair magnet.
Pairing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rick, here he's waking up with ace queen.
Okay. Raise 20 now.
Hey, nice hand, bro.
Call.
It's like Yoda raises to 20, instant raise to 20. You know what I noticed about Yoda? A lot of times Yoda wins a pot, he raises the next one. Like every time. I've seen him do that 2 or 3 times at least tonight, regardless of what he has. Play the rest, right?
Yeah, you gotta generate your own rush.
I don't need luck, I generate my own luck.
Rick makes it 75 to go, ace queen off. MH shows him the worst hand.
And Rick smiles and he's like, yeah, that's a good fold.
Hey, idiot, for you.
Veronica asked if Peter had a salad today. I'll ask him later for you. I'm sure he did.
Make sure Peter gets a salad.
Playing 7-handed right now. Brandon's away from the table, as is Anthony.
They're out drinking in the parking lot, actually. I just shared a quick
Probably.
swig of the Jack Daniels with them, actually.
Raise it 15 now.
Tony makes it 15 to go with his suited ace. Chris has got Jack 10 suited in the big blind. He'll make the call.
Hands up to the flop.
Check.
7-4-3, 2 hearts. Ace high still in the lead. Little check bet fold. Check bet fold.
A little check bet fold. the old check bet fold coming up.
Tony bets 25.
Oh,
Chris is
the
gonna
old
float.
Check bet call.
Check.
And still another whiff. We're just playing the player here at this point, seeing where they're at.
Check, check. Not a good card for Tony to double barrel. Queen on the river.
And option on Chris here.
Chris can't feel that Jack high is good.
But I think he knows that's the only way he's going to take this pot is to fire. So he's going to throw a bet in there. The pot was at 85. Chris is going to fire 45. And correctly, there you go. Tony gets away. Nice one, Chris.
You got me last round, man.
Yeah, but you got me. You won the last time.
Anthony probably just came back from talking about this.
Yeah.
He's just like, dude, 3-7. He's like,
Life is hard.
It's like a time machine. I'm like, okay, over there, where are we, time-wise, and behind.
I don't think he's coming back in a while.
It should be against the rule man on live stream.
Action on Rick. He's got a suited ace. Will not play the ace 3. Anthony's got ace king. We know he's going to play.
Maybe raise it to 20.
Make it 20 to go.
Which could have easily done with like 5-6.
That's it.
You know, that's part of Anthony's style, which is great. He's it's very disguised in that regard.
Check.
Yoda calls.
You probably would prefer that 5-6 right now than 3-5, 4-5, something.
Anthony C-bets, and Yoda finally finds a fold.
Yeah, he's got to find it with that. Even then, I mean, Yoda can float a lot of things and work on some semi-bluffs or bluffs, but that's not the word he wants to mess with right there.
He's like, it's right.
It's in your shirt.
So, looking at stack size there, I guess we should have picked Yoda for the largest stack
I
size.
know. How did I pick Yoda?
All the extras.
Because Yoda's like Anthony. He's either getting in with all the chips in it, or hey, I'm in for 4 bullets tonight. It's.
I feel so. We got Veronica says, "Did Anthony call his mother?" I feel like I can just hear her saying that.
Right,
Call your
that
mother,
freaking
Anthony. Oh
voice.
God, call your mother.
From Veronica. God.
Yes. Service on 11, please. Service on 11.
Love some gay corpse. Love some gay corpse.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, your beard does hold magical powers.
It does.
Unfortunately, it can't pay your taxes, but it holds magical
Yeah.
powers. Does it still smell like smoke from
No,
the
oh
other
my God,
casinos?
I found from being at the other card rooms, I finally, like the 3rd or 4th shampoo through.
I was like, you have to do, like,
I got
some
the
nice
smoke out
conditioning.
of my beard, yeah. God. I should know better. I should know better.
Veronica's right. I am it's funny. Almost.
Jack in there? Yeah. Sure, he asked. This taxes.
It's funny. A lot of these dealers end up using the little like stick extension because they have short
Yeah.
arms to pull in the pots. I always think like they're just gonna like hit players with it. Sometimes I think they do.
Probably. Whack. You're done.
Wake up a little hand here, King, Queen. Yoda's got that Yoda 9-10 drawing hand. He's ready. He's ready to float. He's ready to float bluff river.
Call, player cost 20.
Brandon's back in the game.
Player cost 20. 3 players.
Brandon makes it 20 to go. Ace 5. Yoda quickly calls with a 9-10. Tony, of course, calls. King Queen Hearts. Hard draw for Tony.
And top pair for Yoda.
Check.
Brandon makes bottom pair. He was the original raiser. He does have backdoor nut hearts.
Yeah, so that might keep him in there because he has ace of hearts. To at least find out the turn if it's cheap. Let's see what Yoda's going to do here. Yoda, that's 30.
Player raises.
Check to Yoda. Tony's going to pop it up, it looks like. Tony's gonna raise. And Brandon's gonna get out of there. Definitely doesn't want to be in there. Tony triples it up to 90.
Yoda's top pair and position.
Looks like he has a call stacked out there. Thinking about maybe if he wants to call or raise.
Heads up.
I don't think.
He's gonna make the call.
Yeah, I think raising suicide there.
I agree.
Another 5 on the turn. Brandon would have made trip 5s. Tony told the story about check raising here. You got to keep at it, brother. There he goes. 155 from Tony Uke. How sticky does Yoda want to get with top pair?
I feel like I really want to.
Not very sticky at all.
Finally lets it go.
Just really want my river.
And that's the spot where, I mean, Tony's got to keep barreling there.
Well, Tony's got plenty of outs too. I mean,
Yeah.
even though he's behind, it's not like, you know, it's not like he's dead in the water by any
I
means.
made quads. Hey, I made quads.
Brandon tells me that. Sounds like, oh my god.
I think you had a plus draw.
Would have made trip 5. But a lot of players will, I think, will air there, where they'll check raise on a bluff, you know, or something like bluff there, and then when they get called, then they just give up, like, okay, well, my god, they called, you know, I'm gonna call me down, and then they'll give up and just go to check call mode, trying to hit their draw, and Tony knows better. Tony keeps firing.
Player raises to
And
25.
Peter with ace-6, he's going to get in there. Ace-6 suited. We have diamonds versus diamonds here. Sean's going to get out of there.
Peter makes it 25 to go with his ace-6 of diamonds. Chris is going to make the call. Can't see what he's got yet. Yoda calls 9-6 of clubs. MH is out of there, and Rick will let go of the big blind.
3-way to the flop.
Queen 9-6. Wow, I'm sorry. Queen 9-7. I got glasses on the way.
Yeah, I know. Veronica's your sponsor for glasses, right? We're over this. She's like, I'm taking to Lens Crafters. It's happening. We're doing this.
Chris bets 50. Yoda calls with his pair of 9s, backdoor clubs. Backdoor straight, backdoor clubs. 4 hearts on the river, or I'm sorry, turn. I got glasses on the way.
Glasses on the way.
4 hearts on the turn. He checks over Chris, checks back.
An option on Chris. Was it? Thinking about it.
Players at 150.
Chris is going to fire.
150. Yoda's not having it.
Chris is going to take it.
Chris is working himself up a nice little stack there.
Yeah.
Veronica is talking about Polish sausage in the chat box.
Looks like I need Anthony to give MH about $75 so we can tie.
For the push.
Get older.
Wednesday will be our Veronica. It will be a 1-3 game. 10:25 Reno Grinder is the first Wednesday of every month. And if you want to go back and watch the game, go back and rewatch the 10 1/4 game from earlier this month. It was amazing. A lot of fun to watch. That was a good game. Chris makes it 20 to go with his pocket queens.
Rick always waking up with a hand.
4 players.
Ace King is just going to call out of position.
All right, so we got 4 or 5 going to the flop here. Bink right there.
Ace 10-6, 2 clubs. Tony's got clubs.
Chris doesn't like see
On you? No, I
ace
checked.
out there. Rick
Yeah,
obviously flops top.
Sorry, guys.
It
Sorry.
checks over to Tony, and he will not bet the club draw.
Oh,
King
it
of
gets
clubs.
there. Wow, top 2 for Rick now though.
Top 2 for Rick. Nut Club draw for Chris with his
Wow,
queens.
okay.
And Tony's got the 9-high flush.
I feel like this hand just escalated quickly. Tony's definitely going to shout out now. That's 65 by Tony.
Surefire wins never.
Rick's just going to flat call, I believe, here. Yeah, calls.
I think Chris is just going to call it and then draw either. I don't think he's thinking about putting in a raise. The Jack of Clubs would give him a royal flush, by the way.
How many royal flushes have you had?
0.
Hey, me too. Nice.
Three
Right
players.
on. Still waiting.
Never made a royal.
Oh, no, that's not going to work for anybody there.
Flush is still good for Tony. Rick checks 280 in the pot. After Rick check called that turn, I think Tony can get away with a pretty large bet here. I think Rick's worst hand is going to be like ace jack with the club. He's got top 2. He's not raising this board.
No,
but I don't think he's folding either.
Yeah, he's just thinking about cry calling, which we all have to do. Like,
215, top 2. Would Tony bet ace queen here?
yeah, exactly.
Would Tony have checked ace queen?
Oh,
No.
nice, it gets
Good
away.
fold.
Nice fold, Rick.
And I think that's what it is. I don't.
Absolutely.
Tony would have never checked back ace queen on that flop, and that's the only hand he can really beat.
And Tony's sort of valued that there. I mean, it was just the right amount to where Rick was like, he was thinking about it. He could have called. You know, it's a good thing you got away.
Veronica saying that she got in trouble for how excited she got about that last 10-25 game.
Oh yeah?
She got a little excited. She got a little rowdy.
Who wouldn't get excited?
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Every now and then getting a little excited. You start using a few words you're not allowed to use on the stream.
Yeah, of course. But you know what is funny? You know what I love about this is that, in general, though, I mean, it's fun to get excited because it's real money, and a lot of people when they're watching, you know, poker on TV or whatever, and they see these tournaments, they're like, oh, this guy just bet $1 million chips. Like, it's not real money. You know what I mean? Like, it's money, but it's not money.
Playing for a lot of money, but it's not right. Yeah.
And so, like on here, it's great that it's like cash, and it's live. It's happening right now. It's down the street from where you're at. 3 to the flop here. Lots of whiffing. Anthony with the best hand here with a bar pair with an 8.
Well, I'm hitting so many kings, it's got to come.
And Sean's going to take down the $20 bet.
Pair 3's good.
Nice club as long as you don't have
Yeah. Every now and then you gotta walk the line, and Veronica will walk that line with usually a foot, something hanging over the line,
Well, I was
an
going to
arm.
say, just dab a toe in the water.
Sometimes she just
Check
got
the temperature.
Sometimes she just has a toe on the line and she's completely across the other way.
But you know, if you got black and white over here, there's this strong gray area, and that's where we just like to stride, like in the gray area.
And I had a chance.
Nah, B's the best.
No, thank you.
But yeah, she has her own show, and apparently she has friends. I mean, it's written right there on the screen.
What the hell is that?
It's weird.
Yeah, Jake and Acquaintances just didn't sound as like catchy as Veronica and Friends.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
It doesn't. Okay, come on, Jake and Acquaintances. I kind of know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I kind of know, like people kind of know me, like they've seen me or heard of me. That's
Right.
about it.
I'm kind of a big deal. They didn't buy it. So we get Veronica and Friends instead.
You know, I'm supposed to be something.
Anthony raised to 25.
Are you guys speaking code?
Focus here. Jake and random dudes.
Jake and Randy, again, not the same ring as Veronica.
Yes.
Probably.
Jake's random
Is it connected?
Yes,
You have to
Like, do
be.
you want to watch a live stream with a bunch of girls, or do you want to watch Jake and random dudes? Like, I'm sorry, Veronica's gonna take the cake on that one.
come on. I mean, just
I tried. I petitioned for it. Nope.
I appreciate the love. Yeah. Just,
Nope.
What are you gonna do?
You're like, how is that possible?
They said they got 2 votes for it. I think they were just me and you.
Yeah.
I was the random
Like
dude.
sold. Yeah. Shaking her like, yeah, I'm ready to do that.
Oh, man, I qualify.
Yeah, ship it. Yoda limps in the queen 9 off.
Oh, Rick might be stacking up here.
Rick said I had enough pocket kings for the
I was
night.
gonna say Rick's out of pocket kings, so he's like, I'm done here.
Anthony makes it 35 to go. Ace Jack suited.
Got 4 players.
Gets called by Peter with Ace 6 of diamonds. Yoda's never folding.
Top pair for Yoda right there.
Yoda flops it.
Nails it.
6-5-9. Peter also makes a pair of 6s.
Yeah, that's enough.
Checks through. 4 cards to a straight on the turn. No one's got a 7. Check, check. Spade on the river.
Player by 45.
I mean, all the draws completed, so it's kind of who's ever firing out here.
And Yoda's actually going to bet his top pair here. He is going to go for value.
Feet open on 11.
That's 55.
That's good, and we officially just say goodbye to Rick. Rick, thanks for hanging out.
Anybody
Thanks for
like
playing.
today?
You're a beast. Again, I want to know where you get those Kings magnets. I want them. I want one.
Yeah, right?
I got one.
Veronica shaking the mammals.
Shaking the air breathers.
Yeah. Open mouth air breathers.
Now it's just getting worse. Jake and the guys that have seen him at Stones.
Yeah, it's just like it's like really reaching.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
1 seat on 11. Call.
Yoda picks up some kings. He's gonna limp in. And here's what I don't like about this. Yoda has been opening so many hands
with anything.
Yeah, and now he's gonna limp, re-raise. I always talk about this, how much I hate that play. How I over. It's like the oldest, worstest everish play. I can't even get it out how much I hate it.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, it looks like it saved him money. Ace right there on the flop.
Sean bets spare aces, and Yoda quickly gets away. Yep. Yoda was looking to get in the old limp re-raise. Easy spade.
And Yoda knows. I mean, if you take the chance to do that, and you just take a chance to limp with a huge hand like that, again, you have to be able to get away from it.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, well, now I'm married to kings. All of a sudden, no. You let everybody get in there for cheap. Everybody can outflop you, and they're not even playing at the same table.
Annette saying she wants to get a open face Chinese list going here.
Could be some Indian poker, right? Throw it up in your head.
Yeah, get all sorts of games.
Wow, I can already feel the ridiculous gamble in that game.
She's officially got a nickname now. She's ECE.
Well, you know what I'm looking forward to? Talking about the Stone Survivor Series. So we have all of these events, and then the last one we have is actually an employee game, an employees only game, which should be fun because it's just going to be a bunch of degenerate people who work at a casino just like hanging out and throwing cards. But it's dealer's choice, and from what I understand, I think it's dealer's choice every hand or something ridiculous like that. Like every
hand should change. So ace king, ace queen. Chris gets mixed up in his hand with queen 10, and the flop comes down 10-10-4. Wouldn't you know? Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Heads up.
Yoda's coming along. Just gonna float once here, see what happens. 6 on the turn. It's not really gonna open up anything for Yoda here.
Yoda's gonna rip a 10. I love it.
Is he? I was like, I don't see him firing out here with a 10, but he might. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. No,
Goblet squat. I'm right here, baby. I'm right here.
A Vocal Terror, yes, I believe that the event is a Stones employee only. So come on down, get in your application now. You still have at least a month or two to come down here and be an employee so you can play that.
Yeah, get hired.
My guys are getting upset because LeBron was getting on the It's already hit. Top of the six.
I wonder if I can get me an alternate on like Veronica and Friends show.
An alternate? Yeah. Veronica and Friends and alternate Jake.
An
That
alternate,
sounds
yeah.
really great.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I think the more you ask, the more she's just going to keep pushing you nose. She's going to
Yeah,
keep
like,
petitioning for other people to
Say
be
it
in front of
one
you.
more time. She's gonna pull up her shoe, like hold it over me, like say it again.
Well, yeah,
say
it again.
what again?
Detention. Here's one, and another one,
And another one.
Say it again.
I'm gonna come home like all like bruised and beat up, and I'll have to tell the wife I fell down some stairs.
Can you describe this ruckus?
Yeah. It was my fault though. I made her angry.
Yeah.
Queen 7 deuce, Rainbow. Peter 6s are still best. Brandon was a pre-flop aggressor though. And this is the part where I've seen Peter actually check raise. Brandon's reaching for chips.
Oh, it's already at 160. Let's see what Brandon does. Is it a bit of a 75 maybe?
Veronica and Friends and anyone but Jake.
Wow.
Feeling the love.
Keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse.
And what did I say? Peter puts in the check raise.
Nailed it.
Wee wee.
No, come on.
That, I don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea.
$225.
I like how Peter just, he's just waiting patiently.
Very, very patiently.
Brandon's definitely looking at things, man. He's picking up something here.
I think the thing is that Brandon might have seen the same thing before out of Peter that I aforementioned. That he likes to check raise in these spots, or that he's capable of check raising in these spots with just a pocket pair. And Brandon's thinking, well, God, if I come back over the top now.
You know, is he,
And it can be suicidal because if Peter's got a set of sevens, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And you tell Brandon wasn't. I don't think was Hollywood in there. I think he was legitimately, debating whether or not he can come back over the top. I don't think he was doing that for TV time.
No, absolutely no. I think he was really thinking about
Really
what he
thinking,
wanted to do.
can I make 750 here? Can I make 750, 800?
And get him off it. There's a huge difference between really thinking about something and then just like I don't know,
Last hand of the
Hollywood for
last,
posterity
guys.
purposes. Like I'm way ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just,
And Brandon puts in enough hours here. He plays the game off enough where he's not just trying to milk TV time.
Yeah, we're going to our last thing here, I think.
Copy that, Bob.
I can't believe it right now. I can't believe it. Where's how much?
If I play better, you can go look.
I know.
Yeah, Brandon looked like he was really close to pulling the trigger there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Really
He was-
close to pulling
yeah.
the trigger.
He was definitely thinking about it, and he would have got away with it too. I mean, I don't think there's no way if he makes a huge re-raise, Peter
So
can
you
roll
raised
it.
to
I mean,
100.
they show so much strength. Pre-flop aggressor, then betting out, and then re-raising a raise.
It looks like he's trying to get it in aces versus a queen.
Yeah,
like ace queen or
absolutely,
something like that.
absolutely. No, that would have been a huge play, but it's never pull the trigger on that size on that kind of bet is never easy.
Sean had opened up here to 25. Brandon makes it 100 to go with ace king. Picks up ace king again the very next hand. Sean, queen 5 of diamonds. What you gonna do, brother? And he thought about it. He's gonna get away.
So, I was like, we're not going to see any super crazy fireworks blow up our very last hand here.
So Brandon gets just a little piece back. Still got a long night ahead of him. Right now, game's still going. Right on. So cool piece that you stumbled across again.
Yeah.
Stone's Gambling Hall. We've been here open what, a little over a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Not
Yes.
even quite 2 years.
Something like that.
Things are gone beautifully here. Now, I mean, we're stream now. We've been on for 6 months or so. Not
Yeah.
even, or 6 months? How long is
Something like that.
Something. I don't
Something
know.
like that. I don't know. They just
Yeah,
pulled.
about 6 months.
I stumbled in one time. They're like, "Hey, you want to
You want to talk about poker, drink a little bit?
All right. So this cool piece I stumbled on actually has a date on the paper of June 8th, 2014. Ironically enough, my birthday, not 2014. But check this out. This is when Stone's Gambling Hall was actually getting built.
Under construction.
Under construction, Stone's Gambling Hall to hire 400. And absolute blast. They've come a long way, man. This building was definitely not anywhere close to what it looks
It's a
like
beautiful
now.
piece that it is now. No, they did
Yeah.
a lot of work here, and they hired a lot of employees. It's been an awesome experience.
Hundreds and hundreds. It's been great.
Great contribution to the community here, giving a lot back. It's a great place to work. Love it here.
Yeah.
Really fun show tonight. We saw some really weird angles.
Weird action, right?
Some strange stuff going on in the 5-5 tonight.
But lots of gear shifting.
Lots of changing gears. Some great players playing. It's a lot of fun. This Wednesday, Veronica and Friends, 1-3 no limit. Got a long list. If you're friends with Veronica, if you're not on the list already, hit her up. And there'll probably be a couple tables going on that night.
And you know
then
Jake's going to be like 50th on the alternate list, so you can at least see him.
I'll be there. I'll be in the house. Free money. Wednesday is also another one of our Omaha nights, as is tonight. It's also Wine Wednesday on Wednesday. So get down here, play some Omaha. And then this Saturday is our second game of our Survivor Series. So make sure if you haven't already got your hours in or won a tournament to lock up your seat, you submit a bio, do Wednesday by noon, and submit that to Stones Survivor at stonesgamblinghall.com. I'm Jake Rosenstiel, Justin Kelly. Thanks, guys, and good night.
Fantastic. Have a good one.